I would never want to be addicted to social media.
I enjoy the way that Leanne.
Hello, Internet. You're listening to the In Your House comedy podcast with the Babyface and his fellow funny friend. Now hold on to your butts. Keep your arms and legs inside the podcast at all times. Prepare to have an autographical orgasm in 3, 2, 1.
Oh, I'm sorry, Callum. Did I cut you off then with the intro?
This isn't a quiz. More to the point, this isn't run by me. This is gonna be shit.
This is why
Also,
you can be professional.
From what I've seen from the poster, Nathan was supposed to be here tonight, and I think it's because he's got a vagina in his life. See,
I was very much thinking the same thing. I was going to say, is Nathan perhaps enjoying himself somewhat tonight?
I was going to say, let's just clarify. You're not saying that Nathan's got his own vagina now, like he's had some kind of operation.
well,
I know him well,
not...
but he might not have mentioned that to me. You know, I understand if you don't want to come out with that straight away.
I mean, I don't know whether I don't know whether it's his vagina now. I don't know what sort of relationship they've got or what sort of agreement they've come to.
I like to imagine he's just got one in a jar.
Yeah.
Just floating around.
I keep mine in a jar.
You got to keep it fresh, haven't you? You know, get brine.
Yeah. People wonder where the smell comes from. You know, that bronze.
We always wondered why it smelled of tuna. This is why. I believe the phrase is, now we've started.
Yeah.
We've only been recording for only been talking for like a minute before this as well. I don't know how we got to this so quickly. I don't know what this is still.
Very quick to get to vagina when me and Leanne are around. It's
Yeah.
very quick to get to vagina.
To be fair, that took a while to get to vagina, if anything, with you two around.
Trust me, within 5 minutes, we're on the anus.
Yeah, well, I mean, I was holding back, if anything.
That's really kangaroo anus.
Never hold the anus back. push the anus back. Do that.
You can really hold the anus back. You can't really push it forward, can you? You just poon yourself then.
I think
So,
we're
Carl,
on two very different things.
I think so.
I feel like Carl's been quiet for a long time.
Yeah, Kd.
Yeah.
While you're here, let's have a little bit of a quiz of our own. Kd, how have you been since the quiz off stopped? Like, have you been okay? Because I really feel like we've not had enough Kd social media updates.
Maybe KD got some vagina. Is that what it is?
Anus.
KD did not get. KD can get your vagina when KD wants to get vagina. KD can't be asked with vagina right now because the vagina's lovely, but it's what comes around it, which is sometimes.
Oh, God. That's a very poor turn of phrase.
Yeah, I just realised
KD, Carl, I'm concerned about what sort of women you're going for.
Women, we've come around the
You know what,
vaginas,
this is the problem. I go for crazy girls. I can't help it. That's just my thing. No, I don't purposely do. I don't purposely go out of my way and think, what girl can I go for that looks like she may have recently come out of a mental institute? I don't purposely, consciously think that, but I think do that.
Well, I don't mind dabbling in a bit of vag, right? But I've sort of gave up because it doesn't want me. So.
Which is, I suppose that's a bit of a different thing because, to be fair, if you use the penis is always wanting some. Penises are terrible.
That's it, yeah.
That's it. Constantly sticking out of a hole.
I could get a penis right now.
Yeah.
Oh, I imagine gay people must never stop having sex because both sides just want to have sex all the time. How do they ever do anything? I don't understand how they ever get anything done. Like, really? That's control. That is right there.
That's it.
Then again,
that's why.
I keep having to shut the door, but hopefully you will get a great view of my left tit while I'm doing it. So
that's the best one as well, I've heard. That's what's written on them toilet walls.
Preference. That's the evil one too. You know, Satan on the left side. Was that on the right? No, it's the left side because they slap people.
The left, the
right,
left
left-handed.
is the evil side. Older,
Well, I feel like we need to create. I feel like we need to create a bit of chaos because there's always chaos in the quiz.
There is.
Yeah. So that's why I'm here, I guess.
Oh, okay. I thought we was going somewhere with that bit of chaos.
Yeah, I was just about to get her tits out.
kind of chaos.
Feel like we need to get a bit of chaos.
Oh, come on. Callum, like that hasn't happened almost every day on Facebook.
Purposely, though. you can take it so far. Facebook has rules, unfortunately. We need to. Does Facebook have rules about nips? I imagine they do. I imagine they do.
Well,
the same one as Instagram, where women's nipples are fucking disgusting. Man nipples. Oh, tickety boo. Lovely stuff. Carry on, guys.
Great.
Yeah, I've been banned from TikTok a couple of times.
I mean, it feels quite easy to get banned from a Chinese app, to be fair.
Yeah. Okay, so my argument is, right, so I'm doing a video with a low cleavage top on, and apparently it's too much tit. Let's say I have very small boobs and I have the same top on. There's not too much tit, is there? So, is this titism?
It depends. Is the top going to be in ratio to the size of the boobs in regards to how small it'll be? Not the same top. That makes sense,
hang on, Carl. That's nippleism then, because it doesn't. I might have big nipples, but who's?
Hey, no,
is that
not
my
nipples.
fault?
Did I say nipples?
Oh, I thought you said the ratio of nipple to tit.
I guess that works too, though. If you've got bigger nipples, then surely it's easier for a nip slip. So it's going to change something.
Big areola, big problems when it comes to social media. That's what they say.
That's what they all say. Definitely.
Well, I attempted.
Can't go anywhere without hearing that saying.
Yesterday, I attempted to go out into the world with my boobs covered up, buttoned up to the neck,
and I was going to say what's covered up for you, but
so I didn't.
I imagine just having that joke symbol right there feels a bit covered up for you.
Having a tie in between them. Oh, this is terribly covered. Oh dear.
Well, I decided I didn't like the world in that way. I didn't get enough. The people wasn't as attention given or nice to me.
I see.
So.
Oh, what? As in when you were going around with, when you had your boobs covered up, people weren't as nice to you.
Yeah, that's what I felt like. Yeah, people didn't talk to me as much.
What a surprise! The people, the guys, sorry, are that shallow. What a shocker! The guys are that terrible. That surprises me. That does.
One day, maybe you'll get to see what it's like to live life as an ugly man. Then you really know what it'll be like.
I know. Do you know? I thought actually. Do you know what? I reached another level the other day. So I was on a date, and my date went to the toilet, and a guy in the pub approached me and said, "If this doesn't go well, I'll take you out." So
that's a good line.
I feel like
if that could work, why not?
Yeah, I feel like I reached a new level of privileged on Sunday.
It's a bad line if he's a hitman. Like if it's going bad, I'll take you out.
Well, I didn't. Well, if he was a hitman, he was terrible because he was absolutely hammered. So he was drinking on the job.
In that case, maybe he did try and take you out, then he just missed because, as you said, he was hammered.
Yeah.
And then I went to the toilet and someone had done a shit, right? So it absolutely fucking stunk. So then I had to overpower myself with perfume because I didn't want to bring the smell of shit out of the toilet with me because I didn't want him to think I just had a shit.
That sounds like a good side to me, though.
Because obviously I had a shit before I left my house.
Obviously.
Yeah, that's what you do.
Well, to be fair, I normally do that before meeting someone or do most things, yeah.
Yeah.
At some point in the day, if I'm doing something important, I'm going to have a shit in preparation at some point in that day.
Oh, yeah. Even if it's just like a nervous poo, you're just going to get it out.
Yeah.
get it going.
Sometimes, do you think that you're nervous and you think that you're anxious, but really you just need a shit?
No, there's two come hand in hand for me, but
also I was having a heart attack, just turned out to be a really big shit. It's like, oh, I really don't feel well here. It feels really funny. I don't feel right. Oh, wait a minute.
That's just when you get older, though, isn't it? Like, as you get to like 30 and that, though, your body starts falling apart. You just notice these things. Like, I was really looking forward to turning 30. I had the mindset of a 30-year-old for a while. And then I got to 30, but still love it. But at the same time, my body's falling apart now. Oh, yeah. I'm constantly thinking one thing. I thought I've been dying about 3 times. I understand.
I think that's the great thing about dating younger people. It makes you feel a bit young. It makes you absorb their youth for a moment. But I was actually chatting to someone.
Oh no! Look, the Illuminati have got to Leanne.
Yeah.
Oh no! They've
talking about it too much.
She's in the pizza. She's in the Pizza Hut. She's in the basement of the Pizza Hut, absorbing the energy of the youths.
I'm back.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So I was talking about the funny things that younger guys have said, and one was I had a phone call and I was called Miss Hogan, and I said that's not my surname, and the guy was like, "Why did they call you Miss Hogan?" It's like, because that's my children's name. It's Hogan, like Hulk Hogan, and he said, "Who's Hulk Hogan?" And I was like, I don't think we should sleep together. Don't think we should have sex.
I mean, Hulk Hogan's not a great person to know anyway, but yeah.
One guy asked me who my idol was, and I said Joan Rivers, and he said, "Who's that, a band?" I was like, "Yeah, that's it's a band, yeah."
I don't think that one's aged as much though, because before I was really into comedy, I didn't know Joan Rivers too much. The name rung a bell, but I didn't really.
I'm with you, Callum. Eyebrows raised. Yeah.
Your what?
Yeah.
My eyebrows were raised then. Yeah. How can you not know the legend of Joan Rivers?
I do now.
When I was on the apps, there was a lot of things where I was just like, I would definitely have nothing in common with you. You are
on dating apps, yeah.
Yeah. It's just like, oh, we are miles apart. You are not going to understand any reference I have for you. And when they're saying like, oh, do you remember like Transformers? And then they're like, what? Oh, just gonna go kill myself.
Yeah, I think it's worse when you get really. I think boring people are worse than horrific people.
Oh,
at least horrific people give you a bit of a story to tell, or it's quite funny.
There's somewhat entertainment, be that whether you hate watching something or like
boring people. Jesus Christ! Like, what are you up to? I'm just watching TV at the minute. How about you? Not much. How about you? I don't. Can I go now? Because like people that want to chat to you on the phone, and like it's getting really boring. You're like, oh, I'm going to go there, and they're like, oh, why? Because this is the most boring conversation I've had in my entire life. And they say to me, oh, you're not going to make a joke about me, are you? No, because there's nothing funny to tell anybody. This is literally, there's nothing. Yeah, I'm getting, my back is hurting from carrying this conversation. So if you could let me rest. Like,
oh, really? Do you enjoy drinking gin, do you? Oh, you enjoy Prosecco as well. Do you enjoy bottomless brunches? Oh,
yeah, Prosecco.
Well done. You enjoy watching Great British Bake Off, do you? Yeah. Okay. Anything else? Oh, you like the colour beige. Well done. Your dream is to be a homeowner and have a child. Well done. Yeah. I'd quite like to jizz into the Grand Canyon. Is that, that's a goal. Like, get out there.
That sounds like a good goal.
Right?
I support that dream.
That is jizzing into the Earth's vagina, is what that is.
I say we create a GoFundMe page just to fund this stream, because
I feel like we need to create, like, because that's the world's biggest vaginal. don't know why I said it like that. Vaginal.
Vaginal.
I don't know. I
We
think
need to
I've
make a
got the world's
giant-
biggest vagina. I was someone asked me to describe my vagina earlier, and I was thinking about how do you describe a vagina? Like, have you ever watched like the sandstorm scene in Star Wars?
How you do that same thing the other day, you know?
Have you? It's like have you ever gone out on a night out and you got really, really drunk and you're just like so hungry, but you had like a couple of quid, so you have to get like the biggest kebab with like the least amount of money.
Yeah.
It's kind of like
I've done
that.
work for the Burger Man many a
It's
times to get extra
it's
burger.
like it's like someone tore out a fireplace and then poked a sausage around in it. That's sort of like that. Anyway.
Someone
the size
pulled
of
out a
your
fireplace, filled it with mincemeat.
Yeah.
so the size of your
It's
bag
like
is equal to
it's like
ring
someone
sting.
got a curtain from a theatre and put it on a small flat window.
I like that one. Wow.
The funny thing is, sometimes I play a little game with myself where I try to put people off, and it doesn't work, which just shows how disgusting men are.
Just flap around like Dumbo or something in that case.
Yeah.
That's it. Like, you could be like, if you'd have come back from that from the toilet on that day, you'd be like, "You smell that? I did that." He'd be like, "Oh, that means your ass is empty." Then, like, oh fuck.
There you go. I was going to say there's perks to everything. There is perks
Men
to
are
everything,
just the
my
worst.
friends. We are
Well,
terrible.
so last week I had some lady problems, and I went to a carvery, and this is a true story. This is the most horrific thing that anyone ever happened
to go there. And I had lady problems
to anyone. Right, this is literally the worst thing that ever happened to anyone. So I was on a date from the car.
The fire pits.
I was having a carvery, and I hemorrhaged all over the floor out of my vagina, and yeah, it was this actually happened, and I didn't really know what to say.
I'm not questioning that. I'd question it if it was the ceiling. Then I'd question whether it really happened or not.
And then, so then I sort of didn't even say goodbye because obviously I was worried for my health. I'm okay, by the way, now everyone, it's fine.
Well,
So I was worried for my health, and so I didn't say goodbye. I just left, and then
that's fair. You know,
Yeah.
blood rushes out of your body in a big amount. I don't know if I would be completely cordial with everyone. I might just, I might do something a bit quicker than just leaving. You know,
anyway, a bit later on, he texted me, said, "I hope you're okay." So he asked me if I was okay, and he said, "Do you want to go on a second date?" And I thought, wow, there's literally nothing.
Oh, this is during the date.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I didn't click onto that part.
No, this is what I was saying. So this is like literally the worst thing. I can't go back to my local carvery, and it was on a date. So
that's even better.
But he still asked me on a second date. So I thought, is there literally anything that women can't do?
I mean, I don't know if it would be fair to not go on a date with someone just because they bled all over the place. I mean, if someone got stabbed by a passerby, you wouldn't then break up with them because they bled all over the place. So it doesn't feel fair to not go out with someone just because they bled. I mean, I say that. I mean, I don't know if I started pissing blood all over the place. Literally pissing blood. I mean, whether they'd make me leave or not. I can't imagine the situation.
Oh yeah, you'd hope for some level of understanding, really. Like,
yeah.
I've just.
Do you think that's why he asked me on the second date? Like, it's like he got he felt sorry for me.
I don't think he didn't feel sorry. You can't really hold it against someone that you bled everywhere.
Either that, or he was like, "Well, that pussy already wrecked, so
yeah.
My job's half done.
There's nothing I can do to make it worse."
Yeah, he might have a giant penis, and he might be thinking, "There's nothing I can do to make it worse." Or he's thinking, "Well, in that case, she may not be able to feel penises down there anyway, so my tiny penis will be fine." So you know,
or
it's not like it's got to go up against the usual standards of a giant penis because
imagine if you just turned around and said, "What the fuck was you doing before you got here? What What did
True.
what?
And then you pull out the big dildo.
The 16-inch.
I was thinking more like a 17-person orgy, but that too as well.
Yeah.
So, Carl, did you have any topics in mind for this podcast?
Funny enough, vaginas and penises.
Yeah.
So,
Oh,
cool.
Smashed it, man. Smashed this podcast.
To be honest with you, I smashed A&E when I was there. Smashed it, mate. I was supposed to be at a gig
Can
that
you
night
smash A&E?
because I made everyone laugh. Everyone. I was smashing it left, right, and centre. There was like
Got ya.
they all just I had about 6 new followers. I was like, I gotta come and see you live. I was like, I know.
You straight up
mean-
should have recorded this. You could have done like a gig from the A&E room and put it on.
Oh, imagine that being what you send round in the Google forms.
That'd be amazing. That I managed to do this
think,
good when I was gushing blood out of my vaginal port. Imagine what I can do normally. I was doing this with a bucket underneath me, blood.
Well, I think everyone there seemed
my vaginal port.
I think everyone seemed quite annoyed at me because I was in no pain. I wasn't in any pain, so I was still acting quite normal and outrageous.
It's not a
And
normal
I think,
thing to bleed for a woman, isn't it? So,
I mean,
to
to a
us,
certain
if we
extent,
look
Carl.
down and we was just but I mean, pain-wise, I don't mean it's normal for you to bleed that much randomly.
Well,
Right,
there was
maybe so.
apparently there was a 17-hour wait because of a new system put in place, and they shouted a woman's name out, and it took her about a minute to stand up. And I was like, "This woman has been here that long; she literally forgot her name." But that's how long she's been here. She don't even know why she's here anymore. She forgot. They're about to ask her what's the problem, and she doesn't even know. She's been here that long. She's over it. She's ready to go home.
It's fixed itself. It's fine.
I love how they have a new system in place. So your body, in that case, because we have a new system in place, we're getting used to. Your body needs to wait 17 hours before
Yeah.
it's going to be seen.
Well,
So you
well,
need to
some
make sure
got-
you're okay. For 17 hours.
Well, so I got sent off pretty straight away because I had to go to gynecology, and obviously it was quite empty. And
So the
some
17
bloke
hours is
shouted,
straight away.
some bloke. I was only there for about 2 hours, and some bloke shouted, "I got here way before she did." And I was like, "Well, maybe the gynecologist can help you." I don't know. If you have a problem you think the gynecologist can help you with, I'm happy to wait behind you.
You never know. Nowadays, you don't know. Could have been a next lady person.
Just the gynecologist looking at it going, not a clue what this is. Nope. What does this even do?
This?
No, not for me. No.
Well, I was thinking, imagine
Looking at
going
your
to like medical school for 5 years to like become a doctor, and then you end up looking inside of my vagina with a torch. Like that's the.
I mean, it'd be better than being an asshole doctor. I imagine that
Is
must
there
be a
an
thing.
is there an asshole doctor? What's it called?
A proctologist.
Yeah.
Tell him if he becomes a doctor. Asshole
Yeah.
doctor. You know, you're an asshole.
Okay.
So Callum, what's been going on in your week?
I would just like to say, like, KD obviously really has forgotten how to use StreamYard. We did have 2 comments by the amazing televised Taryn Shelley. So if you would like to just please put those up, KD.
You beautiful people.
Give Taryn his full. Did you know Taryn was on TV along with Tom Allen? I nearly said Tom Arnold.
Tom Allen.
That's an American comedian.
Was that on was it a game show?
Yes, it was.
It was
I never
indeed.
watched it because
I feel like it was on a second thing as well, to be fair. Something
maybe
not as good.
Oh yeah,
Well,
well, like
not as
the
popular
like a
before I was okay.
restoring furniture or something. I'll be honest, right? It seems like Taryn's doing better than me, so I kind of ignore him for the most part.
To be fair, most people are
Taryn.
doing better than you, Callum.
Yeah, I know.
do you know
I
how-
ignore
yeah.
everybody, KD.
Yeah, it's not much of a, like
That's
everyone's
why you went
kind
in
of there.
hiding for 3 fucking months.
I'm getting, like more gigs in it now. It's the only reason I've reappeared now again. I'm like, some people like me again.
Yeah.
No,
I'll come
I'm
back.
with Callum, right? When someone's doing better than me, right, the nice person inside is happy for them, but then the other the comedy me, I just don't like them and they hate them. Fuck you.
Oh yeah.
So this is the advantage I do generally have, like over most people in that sense. I don't get a lot of that because I just generally don't like people anyway. Moving on.
I feel like that's
like.
I like some of the comedy people really. I like a lot more of the comedy people that I've met, but it's very annoying when they do better than you.
Oh, absolutely.
I'm going to say something sentimental. I like almost all of the comedy people.
Same.
Yeah, I found out this is very sentimental. I found out this week that I have lots of wonderful friends and lots of wonderful people. So it was Cody's birthday. Yeah, it was Cody's birthday on Monday, and he's not a very popular person. He's very socially awkward, and he doesn't have many friends. He really doesn't. So I told him I would share my friends with him, and we had so many cards we sent out and so much stuff. It was like Christmas Day. It was unreal. So. Callum, was your card about did it have Minecraft questions in it about asking for advice about So his answer is he wants to know how much of a newbie you are. So
I mean,
he needs to know the level of noob before he can answer that question.
It's an important question.
It is. I mean, if you'd like to relay back to him that I am a straight up noob. Like, it's been many a year since I've crafted a mine.
Well, and I think, he genuinely deserved it because imagine having me as a mum. Imagine me being your mum. You need something.
Quite fun, to be fair.
Imagine having someone whose vagina explodes for a mother.
Yeah.
Well, that's literally how you brought into the world as a kid. So it's normal.
Actually, mine wasn't. Mine came at the sunroof. So when people talk about how hard labour is, my labours were more difficult for the surgeons, not me. So
my kid's mum's labour was more difficult for me than her. Being around there. I couldn't even say that properly then. I couldn't even say that properly.
Yeah, I was about to say.
That's not true at all. Man, you get a whole new level of respect for women when you see them giving birth, and then they go back and do it again. It's like, what? Are you crazy? Woo! So I know the kids are cool and all that. Yeah, they're cool and that, but y'all crazy. I wouldn't push a golf ball out of my PP. Kids be damned.
I'd pay to see that.
Kids be damned.
Maybe if you get a kidney stone one day, mate, you'll find out.
I won't have a choice, though, will I?
Yeah.
Kind of bored.
Can't get that out with the C-sections on the one way they come out.
Oh my god! I don't know.
Do you know what? I'm really
I don't know
glad
what this was about. Well, I mean, there's a few different things it could be about. I'm not allowed.
Clearly, you do know why.
Anymore.
You do know why.
Pets at Home, the store. That's now I understand what he's talking about.
I'm not
allowed near that store. He is very
I am
true.
so happy. I'm so happy that I don't have to do Comedy Gauntlet, by the way, because I am terrible at Comedy Gauntlet. I hate Comedy Gauntlet with all of my heart.
That voice was that Callum just did too.
Oh, come on then, laddie. Let's do the gauntlet.
I actually don't want to know what a gauntlet is.
You need to calm down, Kd. However, I feel like we need to talk about something very pertinent because you two have you've both been nominated for some things, which is why I kind of hate you both. So you go both talk about that, and I'm just gonna leave for about half an hour in a bit. Yeah.
Well, like I said, to me, I don't know if you can hear me. Yeah, to me, like. A lot of people are involved in my nomination in a way because mine's for the online stuff, and it's all you guys throwing a lot of all you guys coming on and doing random shit anyway is the only reason I got it. So
yeah, I definitely.
And obviously, I got nominated because I genuinely am the best newcomer on the Midland circuit.
I'm trying to remember who that was. But to be fair, I think you've had my vote. I can't remember.
So I think I'm competing against Robin Harvey, who's I love Robin. In fact, I voted for Robin, so my vote has come back to haunt me, including Jacob Nussey, who I also voted for, who I'm also against. So yeah, my votes have come back to haunt me, and I'm facing the very people that I voted for. We have Ricky Bullshaw, who's really great, just really all great fucking people who I don't want to be versus because they're funny as fuck.
I wish all the nominees for best newcomer was shit.
Yeah. And I would have much more chance of winning, but no, they're all fucking great. So
yeah. It's ain't cliche, but the nomination is nice. How did it get to that point, though? Anyway, like, what's the process?
So it's only promoters and other comedians that can vote for the first round, and then second round is public votes.
Is that what we're on now, the public votes?
Yeah, we're on public votes now.
Oh, cool.
I have voted for.
Nice knowing that people have already voted me in some manner.
So, and I also I put my link up on my OnlyFans, which means they'll know my real name now.
Oh, they didn't have your real name as well.
So I compromised my safety.
You doxed yourself to win a fucking award.
Yeah. So I
we do that every time we're at a gig anyway. You know, we for our safety, we kind of play fast and loose. You don't know what's going to happen.
Well, there was well over 100 votes there. So, and I promised them if they screenshotted the vote, then I would send them a personalised picture. Is what they didn't know was they all got the same personalised picture.
Like, in what manner did you personalise it for them?
No, I just I'll just take a picture especially for you, nobody else. So I just took one picture and sent it to everybody. But you know, ignorance is bliss.
God damn it! I don't feel happy about that picture I got now. For God's sake. Feel my happiness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Was yours breakthrough or newcomer? Because I know there was two categories, wasn't there?
Newcomer. There's rising star. There's rising star and newcomer, and I didn't know the difference when I was voting.
Breakthrough, isn't it, rather than rising star?
Yeah, there is. I've got them here in front of me.
There is
breakthrough.
So not like he's just got them saved on his phone, staring at the amount of sheer unhappiness, just like why?
Yeah, not looking at all these people I know going. Looking at all these people I know going, absolute bastards. How do I pronounce them without knowing? So let's go through all the categories. So we've got Best Open Mic, which is the Canal House, Comedy Jam.
That's the one I did the other day. That's a really good place.
I've done Comedy Jam. Comedy Jam's great, to be fair. At Worcester.
Kamikaze Club.
Yeah, great.
Paradiddles.
I've done that, great.
That's a drummer thing.
Project Mayhem.
Yep. Project Mayhem was like, it's pretty much, I think everybody has been to Project Mayhem.
Yeah.
And I feel like what will probably win, because even I've heard of this place, is the Holly Bush.
Yeah, the Holly Bush is where, it's got to, yeah.
I mean, it's definitely the most challenging place to do an open mic, but it's also
so strange, wonderful place. Is the Holly Bush. Holly Bush was my very first gig.
I saw your very first gig. I was there for it.
Yeah, you was there. So I brought my sisters with me, and we stood out. I mean, I can't remember if you remember, Carl, but we stood out like a fucking sore thumb.
Oh yeah, I remember we were sitting at the table like, there's girls in here.
Yeah,
what's going on? What's happening?
And we walked into the pub, and we thought we was in the wrong place, and we went into the first, like the main bar area, and we thought, no, this must be like a private area for back, behind the bar. And then we went to the next bar and we was like, oh no, that was the right area. And then we went back, and my sister asked him for a bottle of Prosecco. She's like, do you have any Prosecco? And he brought out a bottle of champagne and sold it to my sister for £6. So
that's cheap, isn't it?
Yeah. Now we've then got the award for Best Small Club. you may notice some crossover here.
Yeah.
There's
Makes sense,
the
it'd be
Canal
the same,
House. There's the Fat Penguin.
I've heard of that. That's Fat Penguin Improv, ain't it?
There's the Kamikaze Club.
Mm-hmm.
There is Laffer Club.
Laffer Cakes? Is it Laffer Cakes?
It says Laffer Club. That's what I
Maybe
thought.
Laffer Cakes is a nice or something.
Yeah. And then there's also run by former guest Tommy Tomsky, as well as Anthony Williams.
Mr. Tomsky. He was the one that did the gig at the Canal House. The Canal House, I would very much recommend if you haven't been there. It's a lovely place.
And there's also the Holly Bush.
Yeah. I don't know if it should win Best Club, because that implies, that it's the nicest pub, nicest atmosphere. It's a good atmosphere. It's very chilled out and all that. You can do whatever you want. You can have some illegal smokes, for example, if that's what you're into. That's why I like it. But I don't know if it's the Best Club.
Then we've got the Best Comedy
Cut
Club.
me off, Callum. I'm sorry, you can cut me off.
I'm guessing there's going to be more crossovers, Callum.
I don't think so with this, because I think this is like proper nights.
Okay, so it's going to be like the Glee. Is it the Glee Club? Birmingham and Nottingham, yeah.
Funhouse Comedy. There is, as Leanne just said, Glee Club in Birmingham and also Glee Club in Nottingham. There's NCF in Nottingham.
That's the comedy festival.
Nottingham Comedy Festival.
Yeah.
And Hollywood Comedy in Birmingham.
I've never been to that,
I've not been to any of these fucking things, mate. Nobody. I've been to one gig down in Birmingham. Where haven't I, Leanne?
Yeah, unfortunately I wasn't there. But also fortunately for me, I wasn't there, because I think that's when it started going downhill, Callum. So I must apologise for that journey.
Yeah.
You're not doing that now, Leanne.
Over 7 hours worth of travel for £8.
Yeah, it just wasn't. Yeah, it started out really well. And we had, so the room that Callum did, we almost had a room full of people when we started. And as the weeks went on, we just declined. And
which was the one that I did? I did the Caravan Park one.
Yeah, I promoted a lot. I spent a lot of time trying, and I felt like I was kind of the only one trying. He's probably watching this now thinking you slag for slagging me off.
You mean in regards to like the venue people? Yeah, the venue people never try as much. It's just strange. It's just to bring people into your place to spend money. But anytime I've done it, the venue's always the one that don't put as much in. Yeah, whatever.
So
you kind of fought it, I suppose, and because it was a caravan park as well, you've already got a limited audience and that. But at the same time,
I don't know. I don't know, because I think there's people there on site. Yeah, so I think if it was, if there was properly, so let's move by, because I don't want to fall out with the guy.
Let's move on
we should look into another place. So like, that might be a good idea to do.
Yeah,
I'd want to do more doing the night.
Maybe instead of a caravan park, a greyhound track. Let's try something a bit different.
Because everyone's happy there enough for a laugh.
Oh yeah. So then we move on to the Online Comedy Award, which has some guy called Kd Hinken. I believe he may be Spanish.
I believe it stands for Carlos Huge-Dong. The H is silent.
Yeah.
That's the best I could come up with in that moment.
Yeah, for you, that's pretty sharp. There's also Jack Kerwan, Josh Pugh, Harry Sachs, Richard Dadds, Mary Flanagan. Kd, if you weren't there, I would have voted for Mary Flanagan, because I fucking love that stuff. Same. And then, I'll be honest, the one that you're probably going to lose to, Scott Bennett. Because, he's been alive at the fucking Apollo. What have you done, Kd?
You've been live at the Apollo, that dude. You've done live at the Apollo?
He's just been on live at the Apollo, yeah.
Oh, well, there you go then, yeah. I'm just happy to be... I'm nominated alongside someone who's just done live at the Apollo. I'll get some marketing out of that. There you go.
Exactly, and you can,
it's all about the marketing, baby.
when you're advertising yourself, you can put like host of KD's Comedian Quiz Off, nominated for the online.
Yes, that's what I've already started putting that on things. Midland Comedy Award nominated.
Can we pause the rest of it? Can we just pause the rest of it for 2 minutes while you two talk amongst yourselves? Because
we can do.
Yeah, because I'm gonna wet myself. And
okay.
We don't. Yeah, you might.
No.
It won't be uncomfortable for you guys.
Is about to erupt.
Just let us know if it's blood. So you don't have to do a polite goodbye.
Yeah.
Just a goodbye is fine.
Yeah.
Just a quick fuck off or something.
I mean, I'll be honest. If you piss right here, we could probably get more viewers. So
are we just going to try and keep talking to
and more votes? Anyway, I'm going to go where?
Okay. Right, so I don't know about you, KD, but I haven't fucking voted for her for new act. Dickhead!
Well, legit though, I'm not. I know I'm most definitely not going to win that award though, but it's just nice being there. And if I can get like second or something, that'd be cool. I've already said I want to host a award at the night, and said I can, so that's cool.
Yeah, that's cool. I mean,
I'm bringing Nathan along, and I might ask him to dress up in his bucket suit.
Oh yeah. I mean, the thing that I'm maybe most surprised about there with the online one is that Alex Leam wasn't on it.
Oh, that's exactly what I said.
I feel like I've definitely heard Richard Dad's name out there, but I'll be honest, the other
not for
three
online stuff though. But I've more for like just seeing him.
But yeah, the other three: Jack Kerwin, Josh Pugh, and Harry Sachs. I'll be honest, I've not. Those aren't names I recognise. So I really expected Alex Leam to be in there.
I recognise Josh and Pugh and Harry Sachs, but once again, not for online stuff. But that's just because I don't look at a lot of socially stuff, as you know, anyway.
Yeah, you're not exactly socially engaged at the best of times.
I'm really not, and I'm fine with it.
Yeah. Sometimes I wish I could be like you, KD. I really wish I could, but
just ignore the world.
Yeah, but I want to get more gigs, so I kind of need the social media to do that. But
that's literally the only thing I do is go on and just talk to people for gigs. That's pretty much it. I'm doing all right with it at the moment. When's your next gig coming up?
I've got one on Friday that I don't really want to do.
Unless you're watching, and that's a complete joke.
Why don't you want to do the gig, Callum?
Just fucking shit. So my next gig after that wouldn't be until the 30th of December.
So why don't you want to do that gig on Friday though? I want to know this too.
Yeah.
It's hosting a gong show.
Oh yeah, this is the one you mentioned. Yeah.
But it's not. It's just gonna be shit. It's just gonna be shit.
Fun, especially for the host. You can just take the piss out of people getting gonged.
Oh no, it's gonna be fine for me, but it's just gonna be...
I'm really not a fan of gongs, and I refuse to do one.
I want to do one just for the fun of it.
I won't do one.
I've only done one, and it was Beat the Frog, and I didn't beat the frog, and I did less time than someone who audibly used the word. Well, I won't say the full word, but the R word. He said that twice, and I did less time than him.
Beat the frog. Beat the frog. Beat the frog sounds like porn for bestiality.
I don't know. I was thinking it was saying there's some kind of racial attack against French people. That's what I was thinking.
Oh dear.
Or then again, it could be both.
So what's the next category, Callum?
While doing a circle
God's sake. The next category: best live show. Richard Dadd, John Pearson, Eric Rushton, Alex Leam. That's who I voted for. And the guy who everybody's going to lose to, Scott Bennett.
Richard Dadd, Eric Rushton, and Alex Leam, all absolutely brilliant.
That was.
I'm a big fan of Eric Rushton. And
I love.
You just said then.
The
Alex
Devil.
Leam, obviously, I love Alex
with Richard Dadd. If you've not seen Richard Dadd's Devil, it's just amazing. I mean, I'm not attracted to Richard Dadd, but I am attracted to the Devil.
I haven't seen any of that. To be fair.
I think that says a lot.
Yeah.
And then the next is alternative act. So
Richard Dadd is also there, yeah.
Richard Dadd is also there, along with Damon Conlon,
Seen his
Good
name around.
Kids.
I don't my gig tomorrow.
Donald Mackerel. Roger Swift. And the boys from the All Night Chemist.
Oh no, that's
the boys from the All Night Chemist are one of my favourite acts on the entire circuit. I could literally listen to them all afternoon.
Who is that? Like, remind me of what that is.
They're at the musical acts.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's what it is tomorrow. Then
my favourite track is "I Think My Doctor's a Pervert."
That's what I'm gonna start doing, is adding more musical stuff into my sets and that now to push it to like 20 minutes.
I didn't know you could sing, Carl.
I can sing. I can't sing well, but I don't need to sing well for comedy stuff, you know. And I can I started rapping on stage now. I've already started doing it. Went down the other day last week.
When I first started, I did poems. Because I needed to fill 10 minutes and I didn't have 10 minutes worth of material. So I used to do poems about dicks and vaginas. So.
Yeah, that's still material.
I'm not going to lie. I had a poem about Brexit that got me a good 4 minutes because it was just full of swearing. So I had lots of nice little laugh breaks and I could get, on a very good day, I got 5 minutes out of that.
I'm a fan of like doing like little things like that. I think they break up your set. They make it feel like a bit different to other people too, you know, like, so a lot of the time, not a lot of people do that in the sets, but it's hard to do that in like 20 minutes as well, doing something like that, in 10 minutes, sorry. Whereas when you get 20 minutes, it feels like a lot better.
I'm really struggling at the minute to keep my act within 10 minutes. Because
I always get into that.
What I'm doing now just cannot be constrained by 10 minutes. I need 15 to 20 minimum.
I was going to say, maybe you're at the point where you should start pushing to 15, 20 minutes now as well then.
I just kind of do it. And they don't have a choice. I'm kind of in the flow. So
I've done that a few times. I've done that a few times, yeah. You look at the host like, what the fuck are you gonna do? Wrestle me off stage? Like,
yeah. But then when you're the host, you're like,
yeah.
You get the fuck off now.
Yeah.
I used to have a water gun. If you don't get up the stage, I will shoot you with my water gun. Yeah.
Oh, it'll work. So yeah, whatever. Okay, if you destroy your own equipment, but you know, these are the
it weren't my equipment.
Yeah, whatever then. Put a shower cap over it, you're good.
Then we've got the award for Best New Act. So, in that, as we've heard, we've got Ricky Balshaw, Tal Davies.
So I meant to ask something from the last one. Who were the good boys again? Or is that one?
The Good Kids. It's a duo act, yeah.
Oh, is that not the improv thing? Or a sketch comedy? Or
no, it's a duo act. So they're really good, to be fair, yeah.
I'm trying to remember what something else is called. Sorry about that.
Sorry. So yeah, Ricky Balshaw, Tal Davies, Robin Harvey, Jacob Nussey, Josh Reynolds, Hannah Wheatman, and Leanne Easthope.
Hey, Yago.
Yep.
Yago. Leanne
this bitch. Yeah.
This bitch show.
Yeah, I've literally told everybody that I know 400 times.
So we're thinking Jacob Nussey or Ricky Balshaw is winning that one, yeah? Yeah, good.
I absolutely think that Ricky my money is on Ricky Balshaw, to be honest.
Has he been on Live in the Apollo too?
He's been on BBC 3. So
was he a contestant on a quiz though, or you know?
He's brilliant.
No,
he's really funny. With me and Ricky have been in a bit of a competition. I've been trying to get votes with cleavage. Ricky saw my deal and he raised my deal with an ass pick. So what Ricky doesn't understand is that I will not give up without a fight. And I do have some like phallic shaped objects that I will be using for the cause. Will not give up to his ass picture. And I have not ruled out putting my own ass out there.
You can never rule anything out.
That
All's
would
fair
be
in love and votes.
exactly. That would be an excellent bit of marketing because everyone's seen your tits, but there's bound to be a subsection that's going. But I wonder what her ass looks like.
Well, I think
And
this is where I went wrong.
I will show my ass for votes.
Callum, this is exactly where I went wrong. I showed too much tit straight away. I went straight in there with as much shit as I could possibly get away with. The reality is I should have started off a bit higher, got a bit lower as the weeks went on. Yeah, I went too far in too quickly.
You don't want to give them the formula first. You have a starter first.
Exactly.
You need to get a taste for it.
Exactly.
And then you want it. Then you'll want it. Then you'll pay more for that main course.
Yeah.
And by main course, we mean areolas.
Areola City, as Robin Harvey would say.
I've got a few things coming out though over the next week. I'm going to have some fun after this gig tomorrow. I'm going to release a couple of things. I got one that I'm trying to do. I've got to find something for it, but it'll be a chuckle to do. There might not be any ass in it, but there'll be boobs in one. There'll be boobs in one.
Wait, whose boobs?
Wouldn't you like to see? Wouldn't you like to see?
Colour me intrigued. I'll be tuning in.
Yeah, you'll like it. You won't like it. It's mine. Whose side is that?
It's just competition, really.
I mean, Carl, I feel like you're definitely. I don't know if cup sizes go negative, but I feel like you're definitely a negative A. Like,
I legit have. I don't know how you knew this because we've never met in person, and even then, I don't know why you'd know. But I legit have that. What you said in the chat, in the wrestling chat, that I have the Kofi Kingston, caved-in chest. I legit have
that. Weird man.
Makes my titty muscles look bigger.
Yeah. So then we have the breakthrough act. What's the difference between that and the best new act?
I didn't know either when I was voting, to be honest with you. I didn't know.
I feel like these must be people who are maybe going into paid work, because there's one guy I recognise here from Beat the Frog who did the proper time at Beat the Frog. Rather than being in Beat the Frog, he was on the night being a comedian.
So there's three different categories that are basically newcomer, rising star, and breakthrough. Is that right?
There's no rising star.
I thought was that Scott Bennett in? I know he was in the online stuff, but he was in something else.
Yeah, he was in online, and he was in best. Where was it? Best live show.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So your breakthrough acts: Richard Dadd again, Kevin Daniel. Tal Davies again, Good Kids, Eric Rushton, and Lovell Smith, and he's the one who I've seen.
Lavelle.
Yeah.
Lavelle. All right. Jesus.
Pretty sure I was at his first gig as well, or one of his first gigs.
Oh, look how much better he's doing than you. Doesn't it make you fucking sick?
No. You run your own race, Bubba. You run your own race.
What a fucking shit thing to say, Carl. No, we're not. We're all in a race.
What a pile of shit. I want to beat everybody. I hate them all.
It's terrible how chilled and cliche I am about these things, but run your own race.
Recognise me. I want some fucking Yorkshire awards.
No, listen, if I
Yorkshire awards is being alive and being able to feed yourself.
If I win, I'm going to rub it in. If I win, I'm going to rub it in everyone's faces. If I don't win, I'm going to. I'm gonna take the high road if I don't win. I'm gonna be like, do you know what? I think you deserve to win, and I'm really glad that you won, and I'm just really happy to be nominated. That's all I care about. Just thank you to be nominated, and I think you deserve it. So,
but really, inside you're like, fucking cunt.
And then I'm gonna fully get my tits out. To take all the attention away from them.
I mean, that would work. They're probably
it's like a child whose brother or sister, it's their birthday. You're just going to wander around naked. Just be like, nominee.
You never know. Did you ask to present an award as well, Leanne? No,
there was I think Donald Mackerel in the group chat suggested that he would give out all the awards, and I was
All
like,
of them?
yeah, as different characters, and I was like, absolutely fucking not. I'm going to milk this night for everything it's worth.
Yeah, man.
And I will be fucking giving out an award. So,
Yeah,
no,
totally.
Donald, you will not be giving out all the awards.
I'm going to bring Nathan along and present one together as the Killed Him a Comedy group, but I might get Nathan to wear a bucket on his head, as you know what that means.
When I'm presenting
I
my
don't mean a
award,
badge, I mean a bucket.
I will be hugging the stage so much you're going to have to wrestle me off the stage.
With a fucking water gun at the back.
Yeah.
It's been 20 minutes, Leanne.
The water won't help, Callum, because I'll just make myself all wet, and
You'll be wearing a white t-shirt.
Yeah, just purposely do this. Did you know I was in when I was in Nottingham the other day? Me and Nath found a legit full-on Hooters, an actual Hooters.
Yeah, I think there's one in Manchester as well.
Oh fuck you!
I didn't know we had Hooters in this country.
Yeah, I was shocked by it. It was like a proper Hooters. They didn't seem to have the they didn't seem to have like the shorts that are effectively thongs that they have in America that they're moaning about now, which are basically
fucking freezing right now.
Yeah, you're not outside though. You know, you're inside. You hope there's a bit of heating in there. I hope there is. Or they might turn it down on purpose.
Stop perving on women.
Like, I'm sorry to go. I'll go against my basic.
Don't get put on a fucking list. All right, there's been enough fucking comedy lists. These lists are enough for me. I'm annoyed at these ones. I don't need any more.
So when I hear, you know, when I hear women like talk about being like sexualized, and I'm like, shh.
Yeah,
some of us don't mind. Some of us.
UFC have the best stance on this. You'll see a proper fight where it's like beating the shit out of each other, but then it will cut straight to like the hot girls in the underwear doing the rounds as they're walking past. You know, that's diversity. You got both sides of the spectrum there,
it's like,
man.
You know what it is. It's like shut up, It's like shut up, Karen. Don't speak for all of us.
Yeah, Karen.
I didn't put this uncomfortable push-up bra for nothing.
Go, sister.
Some of us want to be seen as sex objects.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
On that note, let's move on to best MC.
Everyone looks at them as a sexual being, especially the one nominee in this. I know he's a sexual being, that man, Mr. Tomsky, sexual being.
So we've got
living embodiment of sexual Mohican.
The last of the sexual Mohicans, Tommy
He
Tomsky.
rises my Mohican. Oh yeah.
Jesus Christ! Can I please?
He's not nominated. Jesus ain't nominated. He should be. That'd be amazing. I'd vote. I don't know. Would I vote for Jesus for the best MC? I'd think about it.
Carl, never go into riffing. It's not your thing.
I'm still thinking about Jesus being an MC.
God, I wish I had power so I could mute him. I remember the ability to use StreamYard. Those are good days.
He'd be great. They'd heckle him and he'd just turn the other cheek.
Right, so we've got friend of the show.
That was a funny
Tommy Tomsky. We also have John Pearson, Barry Dodds, Adam Beardsmore, and Darren Archer. Seems very
guys. I'm still listening. I'm just gonna grab my charger.
Cool.
Okay, she's gone for another piss. Really,
she's gone for another piss. She's got a bucket extra.
She's pooing on the floor. She's doing a big poo.
That's what you. I breathed that up my nose. Then pure paper burn.
Did you breathe the Mary Jane right up your nose?
No, it wasn't even the Mary Jane. Oh, this is a totally legal cigarette, though. You know, for evidence purposes. Totally legal.
That's why it's rolled that way.
We can roll anyway. I just roll this way. Like Lady Gaga was born this way, I roll this way. That's how God made me.
Yeah, exactly.
And if you say I'm wrong,
I mean, I know that Tommy did put a post out. Tommy did put a post out saying, I think he said to vote for John Pearson.
Oh yeah, he said not to vote for him. Yeah,
yeah,
because he won it last year.
Fuck you, Tommy. I voted for you.
That's marketing. That's marketing.
Yeah.
You tell me not to vote for you, I'm going to vote for you, bitch. How do you like that?
Exactly.
Smart man.
Damn. I will do
sexual
that.
being, sexual Mohican, I told you. He just knows what he's doing. He makes him think it's their idea. Oh,
Sexual
new level of
Mohican.
rape, that is. Wow.
Sexual Mohican, or I like to imagine that
Get
you
away,
could
fly.
be the sexual mojito
Sexual mojito.
because you are full of rum and minty.
Pre-Bill Cosby or not?
Jesus Christ, Leanne, please come back so we can move on. Oh my god. Oh my god. Why
I've been having a lot
am
of
I
fun.
the only right?
I recorded a new Babyface and the Goth episode yesterday with the Goth, of course.
Yeah.
And I was in much more of this mood with more energy, and he doesn't stop me, which is a bad thing sometimes. He should have stopped me a few times.
Yeah,
it was fun. Be fun for people to listen to. Might get cancelled. I'll come back eventually, though.
That's what you need. You're like Vince Russo. You need someone there to be like, no, stop now. Stop it. You're being silly.
To answer your question before, the only reason I did people for a few months this time around was focusing on a few things like a riddled ass smoking area stuff, the pilot, the script, all that shit. I know we haven't shot it yet, but that was never fully the plan. It was always the plan to try and sell it first and then shoot it.
Right.
But I mean, I might have to shoot it first. It's just trying to figure out the avenues is hard, man. It's not as easy as you'd think.
This is why I've kind of stepped back from a lot of stuff, and I'm literally just focusing on doing the comedy. But
stand up
at the same time, the comedy I'm doing is basically the quiz on stage, because my ultimate goal has been, look at that, phasing in and out of reality.
You really are a Jedi now.
Yeah, my goal would be to actually do a live quiz off, because I've got like loads of fucking ideas.
So go ahead. So I'm just sorting this out from this side.
Nah, sorry. Yeah, I'd love to do the quiz off live in order to, because there's loads of ideas that I'd love to implement. There she is, looking all happy with her tits out.
I've run out of battery, and my battery won't charge. So I've just used my dad's phone, and he said, "Be careful because the camera's a lot better."
Wow.
It's a good mic as well. I'm guessing like you haven't got a headset in. That's actually you can hear you properly.
Yeah, it's just a better phone than mine.
I mean, I will point out we can hear our own voices.
Oh yeah, I didn't realise until that moment. Then I can't hear me. Oh, now I can.
Hang on, let me turn the volume.
Called delayed, dickhead.
Is that better?
Yeah.
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 Don't know how you did that, but that was magical, Leanne. Did we get to the end of your list?
No, there's one more to go, and that is the award for Best Act. So we've got the boys from the All Night Chemist, Eric Rushton.
I do like Rushton. I do enjoy him.
Josh Pugh, Stevie Gray, Alex Leam, who I voted for.
He was there, but not in the. It's surprising he's not in the online stuff, especially as he's there as well. But I thought maybe he was just at the Midlands. But
the one that they're all going to lose to, Scott Bennett.
I don't feel as bad about not winning that category, considering how all over it that guy is.
What I like is that Leanne's camera is gone, but we can still hear ourselves. It's really fun.
I'm going to mute it for a second until she reappears.
It's a good idea, that. Good idea,
Nothing
So,
reminds you that you're on a podcast as much as hearing yourself talking.
What was always fun, and I know that you've worked in call centres as well, is when you'd hear it when you were in a call centre, you'd be like, no. I can hear me lying twice.
I used to enjoy and not enjoy working in a call centre. I was doing a lot of collections, so it was a lot of, persuading people and almost like sales as well.
Yeah.
But at the same time now, everyone that's worked in a call centre for a while seems to agree with this. You develop a sort of PTSD whenever someone rings you after that. I don't answer calls anymore. I think it's rude when people just call you out of nowhere. That's so rude. You just expect that I should take time out of whatever I'm doing and answer the phone. You text me, and if I can call, if I can speak, then call.
I'll arrange a call back, and then when they ring, I'll be like, I'm not going to pick that up. if that's someone I want to speak to, they'll leave a message.
Yeah, because everyone uses voicemail nowadays.
The professionalism from me is unreal, isn't it?
It's crazy.
It's going really well.
See, luckily though, we know
nominated for best online.
Luckily, we know that. Luckily, we do know that you're a lot more together on stage, so it makes sense for you got nominated still. Well, okay, a bit more together. So you're supposed to agree, Leanne, or something like, yeah, I'm a bit together on stage. You're not, KD. You're all over the shop. And I'll be like, yeah, I know. Tell me about it. I'm a bit all over the shop when I'm online too. And Callum was like, you're a bit all over the shop because you're a dickhead. I'm like, fuck you, Callum.
And then I'm like, fuck you, KD. It's my show now.
And I'm like, fine. Okay. Take the middle spot. There we go.
Callum, I have the opposite dressing gown to you.
Oh, do you? Well,
yeah.
Oh.
I have the Sith Lord.
Oh.
You dick. Oh, now we look like the thingy sketch. I'm upper class. I look down on him.
I actually went on a date with a Tory.
So, wait, first of all, how do you know he was a Tory? Did he openly tell you before the date, or do you just work it out?
I sort of worked it out.
Johnson.
That would give it away.
No,
that would give it away.
I sort of worked it out. Because he was a bit of a cunt. And
she
then
like that.
I was quite obvious about my politics on things. And he said to me, I think I've got something to tell you, and it might be a deal breaker and you might not want to meet me. And he told me. And I was like, just give it a shot. Let's just give it a go. And I went, and some of the things that came out of his mouth, I couldn't get over it. So yeah, I feel a bit sick in my mouth that I even tried.
I mean, what came out of his mouth? Was it a frog or?
It was to do with minimum wage, and apparently the minimum wage is fair. And the unskilled people that expect to get high amounts of money, even though they have no skills.
Unskilled people shouldn't expect to get high amounts of money.
Yeah, he says that if you're an unskilled person, what do you expect to get paid? If
I
you're
don't think there's
unskilled,
such thing as an unskilled person.
Or the petrol station.
KD.
Yeah.
Fucking exactly.
It doesn't exist.
What was that?
KD said there's no such thing as an unskilled person because I'm bloody right. Like, I've worked in retail, I've worked in call centers. They don't necessarily require like an educational skill. What they require is a skill of being incredibly fucking tolerant of cunts like him, who are just like, I deserve better because I'm on a good wage. Oh, really? I might be on £6.50 an hour, but I didn't drop my fucking phone, did I? That's not covered by the warranty. Suck a dick.
Yeah.
It's true. It's a life stuff. Like, if you're not educated in one sense, you're always educated in another way. Like, if you're dumb in one way, you're generally smart in another way. You know, just usually how it works.
I mean, like, I've got a university degree. I couldn't change a tire on a car. So, you know, if my tire goes, I'm a real thick motherfucker in that situation because I don't know what I'm doing. So
I've worked with so many people that have got like finance degrees or business degrees, you know, and they're like, what did you do for uni? Like, I didn't go. And they're like, oh, why not? I was like, well, look at where we ended up.
Yeah.
This might be why not.
I know someone
at the moment. It doesn't really work.
It doesn't really matter whether you're classing as skilled or unskilled. It's irrelevant. You need people to work in all sectors for the country to keep surviving and going. So it's sort of and regardless of where your position is in the working sector, you still deserve healthcare. You still deserve enough money to live and survive and pay your rent and eat quality food. have a vacation and stuff. It's completely fucking irrelevant. And bypassing that, and this is exactly, I got really mad in the day, and bypassing that, there are people that work as teacher assistants that get minimum wage, that work in the healthcare sector that get minimum wage. They are not unskilled people. They are very skilled people, but they are working within minimum wage. And you're talking about single parents that have got, and when he another thing he said was you should work harder. Okay, well, I personally know people with 2 and 3 jobs that are working. How much harder do you want them to fucking work? Like, you know, not everyone is like me and willing to sell pictures of their tits online. Not everyone is willing to do that. So, how much harder
should it's a good revenue.
Work? It's just it really made me mad, and then when the bill come. It's like he like offered to pay. Well, I guess so, considering you're such a skilled person with all of this fucking money. Yeah, I'd have the fucking lobster on you then, I suppose. I'm so grateful to be on a date with such a skilled person.
I am like very love and hate with the government, because this is the thing. I don't completely disagree with all, like, I guess if that's the kind of stuff, I don't disagree with all the Tory type stuff. Like, in the sense that, well, I don't know if that's true, because I don't know what they all believe. I don't really look into who believes what.
That's the correct.
And anyway, he didn't get any vagina that night, and a more skilled person may have gone home with a bit of vagina.
You never know. Yeah.
You know what he's not skilled at? Getting fanny.
Yeah.
Without paying daddy's money for it.
Well, yeah. I bet he's definitely fucking paid for it.
I don't think there's anything wrong with going to brothel. I never have personally, but I don't think there's anything wrong with it.
I don't think. Do you know what? I bet he couldn't work in a fucking brothel. He couldn't be a prostitute, and he couldn't.
Anyone could be a prostitute, especially to guys, because you just gotta lie there, surely. I was thinking about guys for guys then more than anything.
You could not do porn. Every bloke thinks I could do porn.
Oh yeah.
Fuck off. Fuck off. You could not. When you actually see like the behind the scenes stuff. There's a reason they're so fucking shredded. They have to be. It's like a fucking endurance sport. It's not just like it is literally making a movie.
That's a job.
It's a hard job. What did you say then?
It's a skilled job.
Yeah, that is definitely a skilled job.
That's like you're literally going and like you're going through a full day of fucking basically. And the women as well, like they just say like it's not really pleasurable most of the time. It just makes me fucking sore.
And there's all different levels of pressure on there as well, because you got the pressure of everyone standing around you watching, and you've got to perform during all that. But then you've got the added pressure of knowing the video you create is going to be used for decades by kids learning how by younger people, you know, learning how to have sex for the first time and stuff. So kids, you know what I'm saying? When you're younger, you use porn as a way to learn. Everyone does. Well, lesbian porn is a way to learn foreplay in general.
My brother always points out.
Nobody can do foreplay better than people that do not have willies. Nobody can do that better. Provinces when you can't do that.
My brother pointed out that you can have sex earlier than you can watch it in this country.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
And earlier than you can partake in it as well.
Yeah.
And drink.
I will say actually, I think my brother is a lot more funnier than I am. It really annoys me. He shouldn't be. Who is best newcomer for? You know, is he being nominated for? So when people are laughing, like, "Oh, he's so funny," but is he nominated for an award?
Well, did you notice this though? When you first started comedy, did a few people by any chance say to you, "But you're not funny though"? Someone said that to you at all?
No, I've usually got my tits out, so they usually say what I want them to say.
My friends all said that to me, or whatever. Then I thought it was an ongoing thing. Whatever.
I'm trying to think. I know I've had people tell me that I should calm it down, or not be so. Maybe try a set that isn't so rude. And I'm like, maybe you should mind your own fucking business.
I have said a lot of the time, like, a lot of female comics do seem to lean on like sexual content more, but at the same time, with you yourself, I've also said this before, like that's just you. Like from knowing you yourself, that's just the kind of stuff you talk about. So it's not you trying to put on this thing, that is just you. So I don't agree with that.
I think a lot, not just females. I think a lot of comedians do lean on
in general, yeah,
sexuality as jokes, and it's just like any other. It's like any other thing. Like you're either good at it or you're not. It doesn't matter how many people are doing it. You're either good or you're not. You're either doing it right or you're not doing it right.
And there's a lot.
And I've been nominated for Best New Actor, as you know. So. I think obviously I'm doing it right.
You're doing it right. Yeah. What can you say?
I feel like I've said this on one of these podcasts before, but there is a lot of like comedy material gatekeepers who are like, ugh. I mean, they're just doing stuff about their dicks. They're just doing about their funny. Yeah, but are they getting laughs? Because guess what? It's like this will go over both your heads most likely. But when football fans. There used to be a stage, so there's a team called Arsenal, and their thing was like they played the best football, but they'd if they'd lose to a team that plays shit football, they'd be like, yeah, but we played better. And I'd just go, oh, is that what matters? Because I think they beat you, they won, and you got fuck all.
Yeah, how can you say you played better if they scored more goals than you? Isn't the idea of that game to score goals? If they scored more goals than you, surely they played better than you.
Yeah, but they just kicked the ball without any grace or finesse.
Oh,
we
played
better. We did much better ball movement.
Just happened to fall into the goal 7 times.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, you know what? You might have played better, but you fucking lost, so it don't matter, does it? So that's what fucking matters.
And that's it. Guess what? I have no grace and no finesse. And yet, who's up for a nomination?
Exactly. It's not like, nobody's going to be going, the way that Leanne crafted that joke, you could tell she'd been working on it for a while. Really, it weaved a story. You're just like, dicks. Like, yes, dicks.
Well, actually, I got accused of punching down recently.
Oh.
Yeah.
All of my exes have been accused of that. I mean, all of me. I was punching down. That's what I meant. Carry on, Leanne.
Well, I pointed out. I guess it's kind of hard. I think as a working class woman to punch down anyone. But the joke was about it was about an experience I had with my ex-boyfriend who is Asian, and the joke is I'm making fun of people that stereotype. So I'm not stereotyping. Is what I'm doing is I'm making fun of types and why people stereotype. And I think I could have accepted the criticism from an audience member, but it was from another comic, and that annoyed me quite a bit.
And, depending on what it is, I've had that too. I know what you mean.
Funny, and I'm going to continue to tell the joke. So
I kind of want to know what it is now, but at the same time, I don't want you to tell your joke on here because then. It's not the same, is it, when you hear it live?
I'll tell the joke. So the joke is, so I'll even explain the whole thing of why it's not punching down. So my joke is, I have, so my ex was from Sri Lanka, so he's Asian, and we used to get stared at quite a lot because we always had my children with us who are so white that when they came out of the vagina, they asked if they could speak to the manager. So that's the level of white that they are.
My person doing that. Were they all his kids? Or? Yeah.
So I joke, I'm not sure why people would stare. Like, what was they thinking? That, my God, they're recruiting for ISIS really early. So the joke, I'm taking the piss out of people that are staring at us because there's no reason to stare. And secondly, I took the piss about how white my children are to balance that joke. So it's not a joke that I just said with without thinking. I crafted the joke, so I tried to balance it by taking the piss out of how white my children are. I also explained that this was my ex-boyfriend. So I dated him. I'm clearly not a racist.
I didn't get that at all.
And I was also taking the piss out of stereotyping. So people would look at us and stereotype and wonder what the fuck was going on. So therefore, I don't really see this as punching down.
No.
So in my opinion, I'm not punching down, and I'm going to continue to tell jokes.
The comic said it was like you were punching down, because I know that's the whole thing, isn't it? They say shouldn't punch down, you should only punch up. But I find that concept very strange anyway when people say that, because if you are consciously only punching up and not punching down, that also means you think all these ones you're not punching down to are below you two, when you shouldn't really. I don't get that frame of mind, that way of thinking. You know, surely you should all be on the same level.
Very meta there. Oh.
True, though, isn't it?
If I'm punching down, sure, that means they're below me. So maybe I just think that we're all on the same equal level.
Yeah.
No, maybe we should be on the same equal level. There should be no punching down or anything. It's like, you just make a joke out of people. You could make a joke, baby. If you insult someone, throw some love at the end of it. You know, you don't want to make people feel bad just because we're nice people. Unless you want to make them feel bad, then don't. Sometimes you want to make some people feel bad.
I think... Personally, I think it's about your intention.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So, like, if your intention is, if your intention is racist, then it's going to come across as racist. I think, or sexist, or whatever it is that whatever it is that you're talking about.
It's not always going to come across in the same way.
Make fun of whatever, then I think it's going to come across. Hopefully.
I don't know. Perception is reality sometimes, and not everyone takes stuff the same way you mean it. So
Kd he's been very philosophical.
What the marijuana does, I just go into another world, to think into it all. So wow, I mean, legal cigarettes.
Yeah, I'm gonna say like he's
legal
gotten to the point of the cigarette where he's getting very like, guys, I've had this thought. I would. It's not showing up for me on StreamYard. However, Emcee did comment on the stream because I can see it on my Facebook.
It's only coming through from YouTube for some reason.
Yeah, I don't know why. But Emcee says, bonjour, guys. So, bonjour, Ems, if you're still watching.
Guten Tag.
And she also says, there's a reason you don't do porn, Callum. Rude. I'll show you, Ems. I'll do porn with you. How about that?
Oh God! I mean, the idea of you doing porn in general, it would be a very short porn. Or you'd have to like do a load of different. It would take a long time to shoot. I just imagine
emphasis on fucking short. Trust me.
You know what's so funny about as I talk about porn, or about what's funny about OnlyFans? It's like, so look, someone might pay me to have a conversation with them. And then obviously I'm gonna really hype it up. And they're like, so like I'm telling them like, oh yeah, no, you are the person that I'd love to be with tonight. And that picture of a penis that you just sent me, that is the perfect penis for me. Perfect size, perfect everything. And they're like, oh my God, really? Do you want to meet?
No, of course not, you mental.
But also, they've already paid me at this point, so it's fine.
Yeah.
I can't believe people think like when they do that kind of stuff. Like, you see like comments on like the live cam girls and stuff. Because I don't know about yourselves, when you go on Pornhub and you see like the things on there, you have to check them out. It's like Babe Station. You still have to check that out sometimes. But
most
people
of the time,
really...
it's normally just a pop-out advert for me, or one that opens a new tab. And it's bloody live Jasmine. I've seen enough live Jasmine to last me a lifetime. I don't even want to fucking watch it. Watching a woman masturbate? No, I don't want that. Disgusting.
It is a strange thing to just watch. Just sit there and watch a woman just sit there masturbated. Like, just in the sense that it's a bit boring. After a bit, it's like watching something spin. You just get mesmerized by the action.
Like watching a washing machine.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you know, I regularly get paid to right. This is an actual thing that people love. Is to write penises.
Yeah, I've heard.
They want
Never
to
heard
write
this concept.
it, and I didn't really know where to go with it at first.
Their
I
own
was like,
penises, is that what it's supposed to be?
I've realised I don't really want you to write it honestly.
Oh,
is what I've realised.
Yes,
Because they just want you to type in those things.
Yeah,
I didn't know if it was like a
random
YouTube, like
dicks.
yeah, I didn't know if it was like a YouTube top 10 list, that kind of thing, you know.
Yeah, I remember the first one. I was like, why is it so angry? Why does it look so angry? He's like,
so red.
He said to me, I'll give you £10 if you write my penis. And I thought, well, I'd like a Greg's today. So
yeah. That you want to see a Greg's penis, or you know,
why not? Send it to
you get too confused. You're like, oh, that looks delicious. I'd love to see that wrapped in flaky pastry.
You read my mind went then. Real life sausage roll.
Oh, God.
I suppose it'd be better than a real life chicken bake. A lot of white cream.
That was the perfect noise. That was the perfect noise for that situation.
And for audio listeners, that was just Leanne. Just to clarify, that was Leanne's noise.
That was Leanne's vagina.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you hear me down here? I don't get as much attention.
I can't control it. It's got a mind of its own.
Listen to me.
Be sick again.
Listen to me.
Okay, so I've got
I'm talking to. This is the butthole talking.
I've got.
Do
you guys think, right? If you was like extremely hot and attractive,
what do you
10
mean?
out of 10.
Whoa, what? Well, Kd, I think we now know how Leanne feels about us. Do you know, kick her off the fucking stream. Piss off.
No, I said extremely.
We're elevating her number right now by being on the screen with her, so she can.
No, I said extremely. Extremely, it's like up there with like Brad Pitt.
Oh, when I was younger, I used to have a V. That would be the extremely thing, you know, dick ridge.
Oh man,
I had that for a bit.
Effort.
Yeah, man. I used to go to the gym a lot, you know. Woo, too much.
Wow. Anyway, if you was like out of 10, do you think you wouldn't?
What?
You broke up a little.
Like because you could get anyone you wanted, because you wouldn't have to be funny, because people would just shag you anyway. Do you think you would still be funny? Do you think you would still be funny?
Yeah, I believe any guy can fuck any girl anyway. Put bluntly, anyone can bang anyone. Full stop. So yeah. And I developed my funniness as a child and was just weird.
What about you, Callum?
To make people happy.
I think that is like one of those questions, because you tend not to get particularly great-looking comedians. Like, by and large, male comedians especially, we're pretty fucking ugly bunch. Like, there's not many lookers in us.
No exceptions.
Oh,
and that boy right there is one of them. That sexy mother ducker.
That's right. Taron is a very sexy guy.
I definitely became funnier when I got fatter. So like when I had a banging body, no personality, none.
You were drinking Prosecco and gin, going to bottomless brunches.
Yeah.
Live, laugh, love on the wall.
I had a lot more confidence when I was younger. But I think that's just something that comes with getting older too.
The fatter I got, the funnier I got.
Yeah, I get the logic.
I feel like it's been like the more depressed I've got, the funnier I've got. That's the way that it's gone for me.
That's a weird thing.
I've always felt like, even as a kid, I was never like, felt I was very good looking. I was just thought I was the ugly kid. And so that just stayed constant. And I really wish I'd done comedy when I was like 18 or something instead of 30. Like, it was very...
Yeah. I think we'd all sucked at 18 though. You haven't lived at 18.
Yeah. That's it. You'd probably be on you might have given up by now. And
you wouldn't have kept doing it, and you'd have a sour taste probably for it, which we might end up with anyway.
I mean, yeah, I've already got a sour taste. You fucking pair of nominee twats. But yeah, whatever.
I plan. My objective is to be basically where Leanne is in a year, like going for those kind of ones. I'm more for the stand-up stuff.
I'd just like to be nominated. Just have someone go, do you know what, Callum? You're all right. You're okay. You'll do. Yeah. You're not winning. I'm not bothered about winning. I would just like to be nominated. Just have a few people just be like, do you know what, Callum? He's doing some inventive stuff. Let's put him on the bracket. But I don't even think there is a Yorkshire Comedy Awards, so it's a bit fucking pointless.
Is Yorkshire actually part of Midlands?
Fuck's sake.
No. Well, if no wonder you haven't got a Midlands Comedy Award, you butthead.
Yeah.
Geographically, it is impossible. Has that been a joke the whole time and I've missed it?
Yeah.
Oh. You have to explain this to people. See, some people are dum-dums, like I said. And I am one of them.
Callum, can I just point out, you may have hosted the quiz off, but I was there on the very first quiz off.
This is true.
Absolutely hammered, I was. It was during lockdown. Right, we was all drinking. Do you know what I mean?
Well, yeah, but it was drinking, and then there was Leanne drinking.
Yeah. I was absolutely nowhere near winning. I offered to show my breasts.
Never changed.
If they let me
never
win.
changed.
They didn't let me win. So
wow.
Kd's Comedian Quiz Off is an honourable place. We don't take much seriously. Most things we do not take seriously. But quizzing, well, is also not one of them. But the score, kind of. I like quizzes.
Yeah.
The only time I don't come last, I think, is when Griff is playing against me.
Yeah. Griff has I don't know how, he's not the only person I know who's finished in minuses too. Like quite far through. I don't even know how he did that. There's been a lot of the quiz has gone through some things. There's been a lot of angry moments on the quiz too. A few storm offs.
One I remember was because I remember my first one I did was the Halloween one because I'd seen. That was
your first one. Wow.
Yeah, and I think I'd seen Tommy on one before.
Yeah, Tommy had been on.
And it was the one with the Scottish guy. I can't remember.
The Angry Irishman.
Or whatever he was called. I don't remember him.
Scottish Irish Callum. It's all Simon.
Yeah, whatever.
I kept calling him Scotsman and he got angry. I won't call him Angry Scotsman.
Yeah, and I was like, is this a bit or what? As he was just getting gradually angrier, I was like, I don't know if this is. I don't know what this is going to be. And then I came on and we did like a 3-hour quiz. I was like, this is the best thing ever. I want to be on this more.
Yeah, they got long at one point.
Yeah, they did. I fucking loved it. I'm not gonna lie. I don't care if the viewers did. I enjoyed it. That's what I'm about.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. I've said this all the time. I have loads of fun on there. I don't care if anyone's viewing or not. I'm just it's probably like a Tuesday or Wednesday night and probably bored anyway. So.
That's why I was so surprised by the nomination and stuff, just because there wasn't great viewers. Like at the beginning, for one episode, we had just under 1,000 viewers, or just over. Sorry, that was the most. But then they went down a bit.
Yeah, I think
gradually.
Everybody's did.
Yeah,
everyone's did. When they were like,
actually,
none of this is as good as TV comedy, is it?
Yeah, I met Callum. I met Callum on the quizzer.
Same.
Yeah.
Still haven't met him in person.
So this is a hot piece of meat, and I need to come on more.
Wait, what?
Way up.
Come on,
yeah,
more.
I need to.
There's a few times I've done it already.
I need to get a better push-up bra for the next time I'm on this quiz.
Man, you should have seen it when we saw each other in Sheffield. Her tits were over her fucking shoulders. They were that high.
I was about to say, you need a push-up bar that's so good.
Well, actually, I think if you remember, Callum, right, in Sheffield, I had a gay man, Alex, give me compliments on my boobs. So when it's a gay man giving you compliments, I don't want to touch them. I don't want to lick them. It's a genuine comment.
I think it's actually quite the opposite, because gay men fucking love boobs. Like, gay men see a pair of boobs, they're just like, I want to touch them, because they know I'm not sexually threatening. I want to touch them.
They're intrigued, like in the same way I want to look at spiders, but like at the same time, I don't want to touch it.
Oh no! Every gay guy that I've known loves grabbing tits, because they don't.
Yeah, but they don't want to slap it with their willy. Though is what I'm saying.
No, yeah, probably.
Growing up, my best friend was guy who in senior school. His name was Lloyd, and me and Lloyd got caught in the women's toilets together, and we both got detention, and our families were called, because I was very concerned that we was in the toilets together. Now, me and Lloyd was gossiping about other women, and I got into really bad trouble for this, because I was in the toilet with this boy.
Yeah.
So it's like a huge thing, and I think even my stepdad at the time was like, "Oh my god, who?" She was with a boy, and I was like, "Yeah, it was Lloyd," and it was like, "Oh, yeah." Yes. It's fine.
Oh, they knew.
We all knew Lloyd was gay before he knew he was gay. I was Lloyd's beard, actually. So I remember this is a really hilarious story. So Lloyd was being bullied for being gay in senior school, and Lloyd was like, and he hadn't confirmed this with me, and he went, "I'm not gay. Leanne's my girlfriend," and I was like, "Yeah." Okay.
Oh yeah, I'm happy for him. Yeah.
and then everyone was like, "Okay, well, if she's your girlfriend, then kiss her." And so we had this whole circle surrounding us, right? This whole entire circle of people surrounding us, including my brother, who knew Lloyd was gay. Right?
You know what some of them in that circle were doing?
So he's getting closer to my face, and I'm thinking, Lloyd's going to tell him any time now. Like, he's going to confess. I'm not going to drop him in it as his best friend. He's going to confess. His face is getting closer and closer, and I'm more and more concerned that this kiss is going to go ahead. So yeah, we ended up kissing in front of absolutely fucking everybody, and I was nearly sick in my mouth, because it was like kissing, a very close friend, which wasn't exactly what it was. And then, according to the entire school, everyone was like, "Yeah, okay, can't be gay then." Yeah, which is it.
Can't be gay.
Just the last.
Yeah,
the last can't be gay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and everyone left us, and it was just me and him, and it was the most awkward thing ever. And I was like, "You do know we're not really boyfriend and girlfriend." He was like, "Yeah, obviously." I was like, "Oh yeah, okay."
What amazing schoolyard logic. Oh yeah, kiss a girl, can't be gay. Kiss a girl and he liked it. Oh yeah.
Well, we have been proven wrong. Well done.
When Katy Perry all over this, he can't be gay.
I mean, like, I don't know who I had my first kiss with, because I was, as I mentioned, I'm still not a very good-looking chap, but my first kiss was when I was 17 on New Year's Eve.
Wow.
And it was literally, I was in a club, shouldn't have been, obviously, but hey, there we go. And just as it was turning midnight, from behind me, I just said, "I need someone to kiss." And a woman grabbed me, spun me around, snogged me, and then I was just like, "Ugh." And she just walked away. I was like, oh.
Callum, can I just apologise for that night, because I was really drunk?
She said something like getting the taste of gay out of her mouth.
See what you did there. I like this.
I remember my first kiss, right? I was 13 and everyone was calling me frigid, right? I was like, oh.
So you were like, frigid. I want to kiss a boy, that'll show them.
And yeah, so to prove that I wasn't frigid or whatever it was, I had to kiss this guy and I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. And I remember he said to me, just open and close your mouth and copy what I do. So it was obviously a very romantic, it was so romantic and wonderful.
Ow.
I was in year 6 and I had my first proper kiss, I remember.
That'll be about.
I don't know how old that is.
No, year 6, that's like 11.
Yeah.
And then I told my best friend, Rebecca, and she fell out of me. Because she's like, she didn't want to be associated with
the slag, yeah.
You fucking slag.
Boys.
You put your lips on his lips. Did you wear protection? Fucking slag.
I think her exact was shit sticks.
Tongues are shit sticks. To be fair.
Depends what you're using them for.
Wow. It's pretty obvious. It's a bit natty.
And also, fuck my teachers, right, from senior school, who said to me, right, who said to me that being class clown wasn't going to get me anywhere. Wow.
But here we go.
Wow.
Where did they get you, Leanne?
Who's just been nominated for best new act on the Midlands?
Leanne fucking Westhope.
Who's laughing there?
Mr. Smith, go fuck yourself. When teaching kids get you, heart attack.
Mr. Smith had a heart attack. I got a nomination. Fuck off.
I was vile in school. I was vile. All I cared about was getting attention. I didn't care about, believe it or not, I didn't care about learning. And I remember my French teacher, he said to me at the end of one lesson, Leanne, what did you gain from this lesson? I was like, well, a lot of people looked at me and laughed. So,
and Leanne just carried that on from there on.
Yeah.
That is kind of like the start of like kind of comedy kind of stuff, isn't it? Because I remember that kind of stuff, and then you think about that kind of stuff when you start comedy, like it is very much, that is like the kind of start of it all, those kind of things.
I think that I didn't do it that
more
way.
More open-ended than I was asking.
Yeah.
I was really quiet. Like I wouldn't even put my hand up to answer questions. Like pretty much all up to GCSEs. I barely had any friends. I didn't really talk to anybody. And then I went to sixth form, and I just started like being funny. I don't know what caused it, but I just started being funny, and I had loads of friends, and I got voted to be deputy head boy. Yeah, that's right. Some of us do like get nominated at some point in our lives, and we come second. And yeah, that's that. Literally, I'm not even fucking kidding, mate. Sixth form is the best time of my life. I'd go back and relive that.
Oh man, college was great. I loved college myself.
Yeah,
like school was. I was quite quiet for like the first like 3 years, but in year 10 and 11, I pretty much did what Leanne did, and I became just really enjoying arguing, just being a fool in front of everyone in the classroom and that. I always got called the smart one by like my brother was really smart, so everyone expected me to be just as smart, and apparently I was smarter, but I didn't like being smart, so I was a fool, and I just carried on doing that. But media, like college, yeah, it's just something different about like after school, like going to a new place, being like treated like an adult and that more as well.
Yeah, that's it. When you take that step up, and you kind of feel like, oh,
I don't think, you know, I think I've got to say, I think I enjoy now more than school and college and all that. Like, I think I don't think I was ever confident as a person. I think I didn't know who I was and all my position in the world, as corny as that might sound.
Yeah.
And I was just always trying to prove myself, and it's why I also got an addiction to courses. I've got 3 MVQs, 4 hour levels and a degree, and a bunch of other qualifications because I always felt to prove myself all of the fucking time. And only recently that I've really sort of had any confidence in who I am as a person. So as corny as it sounds, after 8 Malibu and Cokes, I think now is the best time of my life. And also because I've been nominated for Best New Act.
That's a good place to be in. That's a good thing, though. That's cool. I think my most confident time was probably about like 3 years or so after leaving college, like peak like banding time, and about 4 years because Max was like a year old and I broke up with their mom, but I was also very in love with myself, so this was peak slag point for me. It was peak slag point. Bad Carl though, bad Carl indeed, but peak slag point. That was fun. I lost a lot of the confidence then, but now it is different. It's like, I think, for me anyway, like doing comedy and some of the other stuff too, it just feels kind of right. So in some way, yeah, it is the most fun thing, the most fun point now, sorry. And the scariest too.
I think comedy gives most of us the chance to release our alter ego. It's like, it's a part of who I am that I never really got the balls to do or be, and then you get up on stage and it's like who cares what people think about you once you're on stage, because it's not even you. So if they've got something to say, they're not saying about you, they're saying about this person that's on stage. So I just look when people like say I've been called savage, couldn't give a shit and stuff like this, whereas in real life I do care. I'm very empathetic and very kind. Whereas like when I'm on stage, it's that alter ego that lets go of everything and just completely lets go. And it's shown me like a different version of myself, and I've took that version of myself and I've implemented it in different parts of my life, and it's really, really helped me. That's weird. I don't know if you can relate to that, but it's like, so it's shown me, you know, all the times that I've gone through life was like this like person with low self-esteem or whatever. If I can get up and I can do that, then definitely. I can sort of take that, I can embrace it, and I don't have to be this fragile person because I've shown myself I'm not. I can be this other person,
and you learn like.
And regardless of whether it's an alter ego, it's something that I've created. It's a part of who I am, and I can take that anywhere with me now.
Yeah.
Like I feel that confident to do that.
Yeah, I was going to say it works with everything. Like the little things you do while you're doing it as well work. Like, you know, you're in a situation like on stage where it's not going as well as you wanted to. You have the same thing in life in general. You have a situation where somebody's bitching at you for whatever you're doing, but you think it's all right. You have the same thing in life. You learn ways of dealing with it. So yeah, definitely, I get that completely. It makes perfect sense to me.
I think a lot of fragile egos end up in comedy.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Like the stuff I'm doing at the minute is basically just being the quiz host that I was on the quiz off, and literally just yelling at people, calling them idiots, calling them stupid, taking points off for stupid answers.
Is it actually like built up like a quiz though? Because if you're taking points off them and it's just a show, I feel like I like that even more. It's like I'm not actually. There's no winner here, but I'm taking points off you. Take points off random people in the crowd that aren't playing.
Yeah, my dad's the only person in my family that I've told that I do comedy, and when I told him, he was like, "You, but why? You never used to talk to anybody." I'm like, "Yeah, no, I think this is all just pent up. Like, I'm just releasing it now." And I'm just bollocking everybody I come across. I literally get people like, Leanne, you see me do my stuff. Just, I get people up on stage and I yell at them. And that's what I do to entertain myself for 10 minutes. Bye, Kd.
Right,
like, neither is
I tell everyone that. Yeah. And a lot of my, I'd say it's like more my mum's side of the family, that they're not happy about it at all. It's like, I don't like my comedy, love comedy. Can you believe it? I don't know. So they don't appreciate it whatsoever, and it's caused quite a lot of controversy. And apparently, I've been encouraged to change my stage name because they don't think that Easthope is obscure enough to disassociate themselves. And there was a time when I did think about a stage name, but in criticised, I thought, no, fuck you. It's my name. I'll drag it for the fucking bushes if I want.
What was that for?
Know, it's my born right.
Yeah.
So,
what was that for?
I remember, like, my sisters actually. In all fairness, though, I do have support from other members of my family. My sisters was the ones that forced me onto stage because it was like, you're so funny, and I used to have, well, it's different being funny to your sisters that grew up in the same household. Right, we have the same jokes. You understand the things that I've been through. We're on the same page.
It makes it harder to make them laugh sometimes.
That onto stage.
It makes it harder to make those people laugh sometimes. Like,
and then I split up with my boyfriend, and I was completely heartbroken. And I was looking all the attention that I was receiving from him went away. And I was like, well, I need attention from somewhere and someone. So maybe I should try this comedy thing that you've been telling me to do.
A lot of people say that you do. Like, a lot of people do for attention. Yeah, I've never had that thing as much. That's the one thing I don't like as much. I used to really like attention, but then just at some point over the last 5 years, I just really stopped liking attention. I used to love the idea of living in like a really busy city. Now I love the idea of living in like a random village away from everyone. Fuck the world. That's very much different. I don't know what that means, but
see, like it's not the attention I like. Literally, the thing I love the most is when someone comes up to you, literally just says, "I really enjoyed that."
Oh yeah,
because that literally all I want. I want to hear him laugh, and I want to hear him say, "I really enjoyed that." Because I have no pretensions that I'm going to get anywhere in this game. I'm not good enough. I can't be bothered trying to be good enough.
How did it feel for you both times when it happened to you?
Done? You done? minus 1 point for Kd.
It feels right now. Now it feels like a Wednesday.
Yeah, it feels good now. It feels warm. But yeah, like all I ever wanted to do is because I always say that comedians are generally just people with undiagnosed mental disorders, and I've never had it confirmed that I've got depression, but I'm very confident I probably do and have.
Quite an easy thing to figure out.
Yeah. And it is that thing, kind of like the Robin Williams quote, that you just want, if you can make a room full of people, or even some of my best gigs. I had a brilliant gig that had 2 members of the audience the other day, and I loved it because it was quite literally a captive audience. So just like, right, you guys, I'm going to make you guys face the act in this quiz, and at the end, they're both like, "Oh, that was really brilliant. That I really loved it." And when I was talking to me, like, "Oh, you're nothing like you are on stage." I'm like, "Yeah, of course I'm not." Jesus, if I was like that as a real person, that'd be horrible. But
you do have that showman element of you, though. You can see that.
Yeah, but just having that thing of like for 10 minutes, if I can make somebody go, "This is really fun. I'm engaged in this." They could be going through a divorce. They could, have a horrible disease. They could just be going through a really shit time. But for 10 minutes, he's made me fucking laugh, and that was amazing. Yeah. That is literally all I'm bothered about. I'm bitter. I'm not bothered about awards.
Yeah. Well, I think the thing is, I do like attention. Like, I'm not gonna lie, like I do. But at the same time, I think there's this like insecurity inside of me where I don't think I deserve it. So I feel like by making people laugh, then we all win. I get my attention, and I also want, like, as an empathetic, I'm an empath, and I will laugh and with, you know, I've been depressed. I know what it's like to feel like you don't want to wake up the next day, and if I can show myself up and say, look how much of a mess I am, and make someone laugh about it, then they can go, yeah, do you know what? She's a mess. Laughs about it. I'm a mess too. Let's all laugh about it together. And like, so if I can do that for anyone, or for a moment in time, then we can make that. Look, let's make this connection.
And
you know, like, let's
and to do with
because
that
there's
as well.
There's so much out there where you should be this great and this perfect, and no one ever wants to admit that they're a mess or they're making mistakes, because there's so much stigma attached to it. So, I've been depressed and I wanted to kill myself. So, I'm over it now. I don't give a shit what people think about me. From the bottom of my heart, I cared so much at one point that I wanted to die. So now I'm so over it that I couldn't give a shit what anyone thinks. So if I can translate a little bit of that and say, look, I'm more of a mess than any of you, and I can laugh about it. So if you're a little bit of a mess, don't even care. Who cares? Let's laugh. Let's just embrace who we are, and let's all fucking have a laugh together. So if as corny and as deep as that sounds, it's like a genuine part of comedy for me.
All that kind of stuff always sounds more cliche than you wanted to. It always sounds cliche when you say it. Because the things that are said when they're true, they always do.
I want to be I want to be relatable. I want people to relate and go, yeah. If she can laugh, then so can I.
And that kind of stuff too, it's good to show other people. I've learned this as well. I never used to make a big point of it, but I've learned since I did make little points of things, when I've been down or something, it helps other people, being aware of it. It's something you always heard, but you never think it as much when they hear or people talk about it.
Yeah.
It makes them feel better about it, and that's why I always make a point of it. Now I understand that a bit more. I never used to understand why people made a point of it. I'm like, what? It just seems like you're trying to get attention or something, and it's not that at all. It's just it helps other people. But then you always have the people that accuse you of just trying to get attention as well. So there's always a taboo that comes with it too. But fuck those people.
But that's what
like you said, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, but that's my point. I do like attention, and I'm getting attention from it. But that's not the only sole reason. It's not. If I only wanted attention, I wouldn't have to tell jokes. I could get it in another way. It is a way of getting attention, but it's also there's more than one reason why you're up on stage.
Oh yeah. There's more than one reason why you run away, why you want to run off stage or not get on stage in the first place.
Yeah. So and mental health is it's something that's really I can really relate to, and I fucking hate it when people do this they copy and paste statuses my door's always open or my phone's always on. It's a lie, mate, and it is, and there's no shame in saying that my life is so busy that I can't help you. There's no shame in that, but when you pretend that. When someone's genuinely depressed and they reach out to you there, it makes them feel more lonely, more insecure, more helpless, and more like no one wants to help me.
That's another downside of
in order to make yourself feel good,
people feel like they can't.
All you want to do is make yourself good. Look how great I am, but by doing that, you're making other people feel shit. And that really, really gets to it. It really makes me angry. So, and I think as a comedian, I try to do the opposite of that. Self-deprecation is a way of making other people feel more normal and less like a fucking shit show. So it's
not necessarily the way I deprecate myself. I understand what you're saying. If any stuff I say about myself makes people feel normal, I don't want to know what they're doing. Well, I do. I want them to videotape it, but
it's dirty boy. Dirty boy.
Mm-hmm. What you're thinking in your head right now is what I meant.
Back in your little hut, you horrid little mongrel.
Oh, sorry.
That's it. It's like when...
I'm going to flick away my legal cigarette.
It's like when, like, it's one of the things that I can't stand when you're friends with friends on social media with loads of comedians and all the posting is about how well they're doing. Like, that fucks me off because it's like, you're probably not, though, are you? Like,
you shouldn't.
If I
concentrate all the time.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's fucking
We
toxic.
just see it for ourselves.
The funny thing is, people
toxic, and I wish I could get off it. I really.
People think that I'm quiet, like you said at the beginning of this. I've been quiet a lot lately or something. When it's like I've been doing exactly the same stuff. I just haven't been going on Facebook.
Yeah,
like, that's all I've not been doing. I've been saying on social media, and you feel so much better because it's just toxic. Just go in there to talk to comedy people. You can still do like arrange gigs in that because I've managed to do it now, so you can do it. Fuck Facebook. Fakery everywhere. Man.
I really like. I love social media.
You know the psychology behind this, Leanne. Behind social media. Like,
I think it depends how you use it.
Well, this is the thing: the psychology of how people like subconsciously use it is apparently that when you're feeling really good about yourself or about your situation or something, you want to post it like. And you only want to post like, you know, positive versions of your life, like you edit it in a certain way to make it seem more positive or etc. etc. But you only scroll through stuff like doom scrolling, as they call it, when you're feeling down. So you started feeling down, and then the more you scroll, you're at the same time seeing these posts that have only been put up when someone's feeling good, and they're putting that image of their life. So seeing that when you're already down just makes you more down and down. You know what I mean? So the psychology of that there is you're doomed as soon as you start looking. You know, as soon as you start scrolling, as soon as you start, you're at your most down point, like in that sense of looking at it, but also the best point you're going to be at from looking at all this.
I completely agree with that.
Seeing a kitten, that's going to make you feel better. Of course, it's like a game. Only so many health bursts in one level.
I do agree with you, and I think that's why I've shared my most lowest moments on Facebook, and I've put myself in a position to be absolutely torn apart and judged, and I accept that. And the reason I've done it
more honest though,
for that exact reason. I don't want there has to be a balance. You know, people often just show the best parts of their life, and then it makes other people feel like their life is shit.
Yeah, because that's the thing. Social media is a great thing.
And I can't tell you how many people reach out to me after I put this stuff up and say, yeah, I've gone or I'm going through similar, because it's really important to balance that out.
Yeah, like this is the thing as well. Like, you know, when Callum, you said earlier, you wish you could do what I do in the sense of ignoring Facebook and that. I wish I could do what other people do, where they can just go on Facebook and just talk to people online without thinking anything into it and that, you know, just talking freely. Like even like group chats and that is a struggle, like to talk in, like they're weird for me. But so I imagine a lot of people are like, whoa, that was weird. I heard myself for a second then. I imagine a lot of people are like that.
Well, I
mean, you know what I mean? So it's both ways as well. Like you said, finding the midpoint is always the best thing too.
I always get really caught up in like the sort of the sin of comparison, where it's like there'd be times where I'd get really down, where I'd be like, look, I'm doing this quiz, and I think it's the best thing in the fucking world, like the quiz off. I'm sharing it out there, and it's not like nobody seems to be wanting to click like or whatever, and there's some knobhead just doing some wanky who's getting loads. And I think that's like the hardest thing for me.
So you shouldn't look too much into that, because a lot of that is just pure luck. Like it's got to pop and like get off before we can even get to the point of whether it stays up, whether it's good or not. You know what I mean?
That's it. It's like
luck just getting off that first point.
I think most of us are smart enough to know that it's all basically a trick and it's just being done to fuck with us. But at the same time, there's a little bit in your head that goes, Yeah, but maybe you are as shit as you think you are. Maybe you
Yeah,
are quite shit, actually.
Yeah, because we all
what
have
you're
that
doing is worth it.
insecurity. Yeah.
Yeah. So that goes back to like, you know, the ancient thing you always hear, like the two devils on your shoulder in it. Like, you know, yeah, definitely. I always like.
But I think I always have like a lot of people say to me like oh like I wish I could be as or whatever, but I don't think it's what a lot of people don't realise.
I heard you say I wish I could be an aura.
But what is that?
I couldn't hear what you said.
Oh, sorry. It's what I said was I have a lot of people always say to me like about Facebook like, oh, I wish I could be as open or as honest or whatever. But it's what I realised was that I went through severe depression before I got to the point of not giving a shit. I cared so much about what other people thought about me that I literally got to the point of suicide because I was so compelled and overwhelmed with what everybody else was saying about me or thinking about me.
You need to hit that rock bottom point before you can hit that good. So then, I get that.
When that didn't happen, suicide. I sort of realised, okay, so I'm still here. I didn't let it get to me. And now what? You know, I can't keep caring because I'm going to end up in the same position. Where do I go from here? And I think that's when I really realised it doesn't matter what other people say, what other people think. You know, you have to have self-confidence and you have to have self-belief, and you can't focus on all you focus on all that. You are going to end up at rock bottom because there's always going to be criticism out there. You have.
The Illuminati got her again. Preaching positivity.
There we go. I think she's back.
It's
just a
line of coke.
Yeah, I'm back.
There we go. Yeah. Line of coke.
I was probably getting too deep anyway. I was just you know.
You know what? In all honesty,
basically hit rock bottom before you stop giving a shit. And then when you stop caring, it's like a whole weight has been lifted off shoulders. It's like a huge relief.
And it kind of works in the same way we've been on stage. It's literally the same kind of journey you go through on stage. Like I recently have like, you know, you get more to the point where you don't care as much about how the reactions go. Well, that's just a lie. You do care. I forgot my original point. I was talking about it on the way back with Nathan the other day. And it reminded me of something. But as I was saying it, I was like, that's not what we were talking about. What am I on about? It's because for the last minute, like while you were saying that other thing, just Leanne, I was waiting the whole time. It felt like you were just about to at any point say, but having a Midland Comedy Award does help.
Yeah.
I was just waiting for it.
Well, it does, yeah.
That's literally all I was waiting for then.
Yeah.
No, but it's all very.
And I think that's the point, isn't it? It's like I think that's what gets me so. I get so passionate about mental health because I was that person. When I hear about people that commit suicide or want to commit suicide, I think I was that person once, and I got through it, and now I've been nominated for best newcomer, and I've just got a degree, so I'm degree educated now.
Mm-hmm. And you become empathetic. You can't help it.
And I just wish people would see how better it can get. You know, it's not always going to be that shit. It's going to get better, and I would just wish people could see that. I wish people could see a bit of the future or what's possible.
Before we finish off, though, I want to get both of your opinion on something before we go. It kind of fits in with what we were just talking about then. Not really, but it kind of does. Do you know who really hasn't got it together? China. China haven't got it together. Yeah, I was just going to bring up a story. Have you seen the thing about the what China have done now? They made a tennis player disappear.
Oh yeah, that's
no, I haven't. I've missed that.
That's what they do. Them in North Korea. Yeah, and then they release videos and they're like, "Oh, I'm perfectly safe and happy."
Yeah, the top 14 tennis player in the world in China got disappeared. Literally, like, what was it? She put something out like a few weeks ago, didn't she, about accusing one of the ex-premiers, super premiers. I don't know what they call it.
I think it was like the former deputy or vice president or whatever the equivalent position.
The equivalent
of sexually assaulting her.
Yeah. Raping her basically was I think what that was actually saying. And within like half an hour he got taken down.
Yeah. And then she was very quickly
disappeared from social media completely. Like completely disappeared. And then
I don't know because I don't know this story, so
this is very recent, like it's still going, and then like they brought I didn't see that the other day though what it was where they brought out a video. I only got a bit of that. They brought out a video of her supposedly saying they're making a big point of what day it was and her being in it to show that she's still alive.
It was it was on a tennis court, and she was just like waving, just like hello. Oh, okay. But that could be from fucking any time. Show me a time and a date on the fucking clock that's in the background. Yeah. I don't want to just look at a tennis court and her waving.
I don't look at a tennis court in my life. So, but talking about talk about sexual assault, right? Once, right, I worked in hospital.
You know, out of all that stuff, like the worst in the bit of what we talked about. Right? Let's just go back to that for a moment.
I worked in a hospital, and we had a really pervy manager, and he minorly sexually assaulted everyone but me. And I was like, "What the fuck is wrong with me, Dennis?"
Oh, first name.
I hope you include that in your set somewhere.
It's like, what did I ever do wrong? That I'm not attractive enough?
I would feel pretty offended, to be fair. Yeah, if everyone else in the gaff was getting sexually assaulted and it just left me alone. Like,
like that would be probably the ultimate confidence wrecker. If you're like, so he's
Nathan isn't here.
He's all of you.
I'm talking to Callum and Leanne.
Yeah, that's it. They was all like in the staff room.
You want to say hello?
Talking about it. I left that.
One sec, guys. Mum wants to say hello. Go, push the door open.
Where is she? Yes.
You can't see them as much, but they can see you.
Hello.
Hi, Mama Hinken.
Hello. How is everybody?
Cheers. Anyway, now it said cheers, and Callum said, "I hope you skid." I don't know why he said that. I think he was trying to say he hopes you.
Callum, why are you still waving?
I like Mama Hinken. I wish she was here.
No, not talking to Nathan. No, it's not a Killed Him a comedy.
Oh, you said you were doing a podcast.
No, it's Callum and Leanne. You just saw.
I like Mama Hinken.
I didn't. I couldn't see. But
okay. Sorry,
when we do the quiz off live, I'm going to pay for Mama Hinken.
We're going to do it next week, hopefully.
I don't give a fuck about KD. I'm not paying for his transport. I'm getting Mama Hinken. We do the quiz off live.
A live quiz off. Yeah. In Sheffield, what?
Yeah, you are. Not KD.
If you don't invite me, I'll just turn up in the audience and I'll get my tits out.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, I'll be honest, in that case, I might not invite you.
Yeah. Well, why would we stop that? I mean, the venue might. That's not our bad.
All the attention is on me then, right?
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Yeah, we'll just make a point of it. Like, yo, look at the girl with her tits out. Like, we told her to do that. And you'll be like, no, you didn't. We'll be like, get your tits out. And you'll be like, they're already out. And we'll be like, yeah, we told you to. And you'll be like, oh. Put them away and walk out.
KD will be like, get your ass out.
And you'll be like, damn, you just mind fucked me. Holy shit, as you walk out. You won't know what happened. That's a true story of what's going to happen.
What a perfect note that would be to end on.
That wasn't it, I think, yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
I've been quite, I will say, I'm sorry for getting deep and not talking about cock all the time. Yeah. Sometimes I start talking silly, guys.
Let's be fair anyway. Even when you're talking about cock, you can go deep still anyway.
Yeah.
Like,
well, actually, I cannot. I don't like big cock.
I could see the joke coming from over the horizon. So it wasn't a surprise when it arrived. It was weird.
You couldn't see it coming as quick as a cock. That would have been better if I said it properly.
Yeah. Wouldn't it?
As quick as the quap. Yeah.
What? Fuck me. Okay, let's end this.
Did you want to throw out your plugs and all that? Leanne? Actually, no.
It's 20 past 10.
Before we go, let's let Callum go first. Let's let Callum go first because he needs to rub a bit more. Let's be fair.
I do fucking need to rub a bit more. I'm not gonna lie. Although doing my stuff, I have gained at least 5 new followers on Instagram. So swings and roundabouts, isn't it?
YouTube is very hard to get subscribers on and views on, but it's a huge market. It's like all of them, to be fair.
I'll just do this. I won't bother with the other ones because I don't give a fuck. Follow me on Instagram, Callum Jarvis-Jones VO. If you put #NoCarl in a message to me, I love you. I am also on this Friday, the 26th of November. I am hosting Gong Wrong in Barnsley at Pie Minster, or as it's otherwise known, the Soho Music Institute, on the 4th of December. I will hopefully be providing expert wrestling commentary for Unstoppable British Wrestling. On the 5th of December, I will be appearing on Lark Lord and the Bon Appetit episode. And on the 30th of December, I'll be performing at New Year's Eve at Indigo in Sheffield.
Okay, and before we pass it on to Jan, this episode was sponsored by Kd Creative, where you can get any kind of graphic design and also video and audio design too, done for a cheap price at kdcreativemedia.co.uk. Someone had a message. Or customer info at kdcreativemedia.co.uk. It's definitely not mine. They're sexy people though. But Leanne, go ahead.
I can stuck around this long to fucking see it anyway. Don't matter.
Or just send me a message on Facebook. I can pass it over to them as well if it's easier.
Well, I think the biggest thing is to go on to the Midlands Comedy Awards and vote for Leanne Easthope for Best Newcomer, because I am the best and I am new at coming.
No, you're a seasoned veteran. Don't lie to me about that.
No. I get the feeling that Leanne has had a string of very poor lovers.
Yeah, but it can be about how you work it. You've heard the Missy Elliott song. You got to work it, let it jerk it.
Yes, unfortunately, Carl, a lot of men have not paid attention to that.
I mean, if you want to see my how big my areolas are, I could also, if you contact me personally, I could send you a link to that page. If you'd rather see a less deep version of me and a more of a shallow version, it's fine. I'm here for all of you.
Depending on the picture, surely.
I'm here for everyone's needs. And
that's a thing.
I'm in Birmingham on Saturday night. Tell a few funnies.
Where you at, Birmingham? Oh, I mean, where you at? What place? Yeah. Well, I don't know. You say that to some people, they might think you live more than once. The Scientologist people think we lived in a galactic war, but that's a whole nother thing for another Children with Comedy, that is. Do you think?
Well, as much Cat Ears is aware, I don't think I've got 9 lives. So appreciate me now. While I am alive. Follow me on Leanne Easthope Comedian, because I am a comedian.
Yeah.
I never knew that was a thing, until very recently. I've never completely understood that, why there's actors and actresses, why that's a separate thing. Doesn't make that much sense.
Because, Carl, wombs are more important than balls.
But well, I mean, I think they're both equally important, but I prefer the one, and I do prefer a good womb. I must agree with you there. A good old womb. I am a fan. Fan. As long as the womb is big enough, you got to organise that womb properly. Get all the right.
As long as the womb is big enough to.
You got to organise that womb. You know, get a lot of furniture in that womb. Get some carpets down, maybe, depending on the state of it when you move in. You don't know how big the room's going to be. Wooden door handles, they're always a plus. Blinds as well. You always want a blind in the room. I'm just saying the word room with a lisp, that's all.
It's gone. It won't work. It won't work in this. I need to hold it now in my face. I did try. If you want to find out what that is, you can watch me on Lark Lord on the 5th of December. Carl, plug your things.
Was there anything else, Leanne, you needed to plug?
I mean, if anyone wants to plug my vagina,
Good luck.
Pretty much. We can't edit it out. It's live. Fuck it. It's just I'll own it. Fuck it.
Yeah. On my side, I guess then there is I've completely forgotten that moment then. There's a new Kildon comedy coming out soon again with Nathan Powers. The audio one is already out. The last episode we did, number 30 something. The Velisca Axe murders, which is crazy. It's a story about someone that apparently went into a house, big house full of 8 people, murdered them all with an axe while they were all sleeping in their bed, didn't wake any of the others up during the murder. You know, he killed them all as they were sleeping. So how'd you kill, like the last one, how'd you kill 7 people and then get to the last one without waking? Like, these people are deep sleepers, apparently. So I don't know how you do that.
I mean, yeah. I don't even know how to respond.
Okay, we'll move on. There's a video version of that coming out soon as well, and I recorded a new episode of the Babyface and the Goth the other day, where we look at a lot of random stuff. We go a lot more in depth into that China thing, probably too in depth, to be fair, but it's uncensored. That's the point of that podcast, so it'll all be coming out.
I'm sorry, but like Callum's stroking his beard and his mustache, and it's just really turning me on. So
I understand.
Really, I can't listen to a word you're saying, Carl, because I'm so distracted
It's the thickness
by the stroking of the beard. It's very mesmerising.
Mm-hmm. We also talk about Michael Myers versus Slender Man in a fight to the death in the forest. Talk about that too. It's a big part, you know, who would win in the fight tournament that we're slowly putting together. We already saw who was it that won last week? Who was it that won? I can't remember. I should be better prepared, but I didn't think about it. But tomorrow I'm in Sheffield for the Indigo Comedy Night as well. That's what I'm doing at 7:30. The Indigo Bar, I think it's called. Thank you. Okay, yes, that's it.
And it's a great bar.
Oh, yeah. Have you been there before, Leanne?
I've been there before.
That's where me and Leanne met in person for real.
Oh, okay, cool.
It was one of the worst times of my life. Not because Leanne was there. It was just fucking horrible. However, yours will be much better.
Wait, no, tell me about this. Like,
oh, it was a bank holiday in August. Everybody was there. There was no ticket in. I wanted to leave as soon as I turned up. It was, if you don't like people, that was not a place to be.
Oh, I look forward to it. I hope it's a rainy gig. I will enjoy it.
Yeah, it'll be quiet.
I was late that day.
You just walked in it.
Walked in and got straight on stage. I walked from my car into the bar, and he was like, "You are next," and I was like, "Of course I am." People were trying to say hello. I was like, "Please don't talk to me," because I'm literally on about 2 minutes. So,
well, I'm guessing you didn't know the craziness that was about to, start.
Callum
you walked on as well.
Wasn't even there to see me.
Oh,
No, that's how long of a comedy day it was.
Was it like a long comedy thing?
I turned up after, and I wasn't one of the last acts. There was still more. So
it makes even more sense if it's a long comedy day too, because you can't expect people to watch comedy the whole day either.
No, it's fucking shit. Don't watch comedy. Wank.
Callum,
Comedy's great. Comedy's great. Comedy's
Especially
great.
don't vote in the comedy awards.
Callum didn't even care to turn up early enough to see.
Yeah.
Fucking didn't. I knew people were going to be there. I don't like people. Horrible things. I like gigs with 3 people there. They're the best gigs.
What a
so you're welcome to the gigs that I provided you with.
Wonderful circle has been completed. There we go.
I need to do a gig with you sometime, though, Callum. I would be interested in doing that again. Leanne, definitely. Nice to see you. Okay. I need to do a gig with both of you. Obviously, I'm taking the Mickey. But
bye,
yeah.
Everybody.
All right. Bye. Yeah, that was a weird ending.
Everybody. Bye, everybody.